guys, welcome back to We Watched the Movie.
I'm Jay.
I'm Mike.
How you guys doing? You feeling good?
Woo!
It's a weird place that we're in right now. Holy shit.
Oh man.
It's like we're in a serial killer's basement.
Mm-hmm.
We're having a great time here.
We are. Oh, I gotta press the... I already pressed it. It's
already
okay,
pressed.
he already pressed it.
Technical difficulties already.
So this is our new show, guys. We hope you enjoy it. What we wanted to do was create a new environment where it just felt peaceful, nice, comfortable, a little 90s, a little horror, a little sexual. This is a whole new format for us. We're gonna take everything Wham does and we're gonna cram a lot of it into a 3-hour or so long show. However long this ends up being, I don't know.
Hello. As you can see, God damn it. It's rolling around like a toilet on fire. Stop jiggling me. Ooh, God damn, I hate your ass. We're sitting in a new environment. We're sitting in a new area. I'm sitting on a couch that smells like tetanus and herpes. Michael's sleeping pad. I knew you slept here. You dirty bastard.
And it's going to be all here. It's going to be every single Monday you're going to get the same show, and then throughout the week we're going to take bits and pieces of it and disperse them out in clips. So if you just want your Halloween news, you just get your fucking Halloween news. If you just want your new week's movie reviews, you can just get those. If you just want to hear what we talked about that week, you can get that. If you just want unboxings, you can get that. But if you want it all in one big fat fucking format on the most depressing day of the week, you can have that.
Let's toss some salad. Roses are red, chocolates are brown. Death has come to your little town.
Happy Valentine's Day, by the way. That's late, but
Yeah, that's fine.
It's Valentine's Day for us. Lovers on a couch. That's all we are.
We're from the past. Oh, stop it.
Yeah! So, every single week, one of our top tier Patreons is going to be the sponsor for the show. And this week, it's our friend Batgirl, Nicole.
Nice.
And that person's going to be able to pick one of the movie reviews we do. When we get to it, we're going to be reviewing a movie called American Mary for Nicole. And it's just a way of saying thank you to our Patreons because you guys are fucking rad as shit. And we're going to incorporate you guys in the show more and more every week as we go along.
Let's get dangerous with it. Come on, bring that first one up. Bring that fucking clipboard up. Magic, magic, here we go.
All right, what are we going to talk about first? Sphincter says what? All right. Well, the number one thing we're going to go with, of course, is Halloween news. So somebody asked Jason Blum while he was on the press tour for Fantasy Island.
Was he doing that?
Bombed darkly. I don't know. Maybe he was just on vacation.
Maybe he was just on Fantasy Island. Wishing he had a better movie that came out. Dreams do come true.
But what was it that he did say? He said
it's a big ass oil painting.
Yeah, he's like, it's a big canvas in this movie. There's a lot of stuff happening. It's a huge, big, fat fucking canvas.
I feel like he was just saying that because he's like, hey, is the movie like long? He's like,
pretty long, man.
You're like, what?
What?
Are you saying it's like Lord of the Rings extended trilogy long, or is it like George Lucas special edition Star Wars long? Like, what are we talking? He's like, it's an oil painting. It's like, oh.
There was news earlier in the week with a James Jude Courtney interview that happened that we already covered. That's already in our past videos if you guys want to check that out. Not a whole lot on the Halloween front this week, but there was big. Can you say big? No.
For what?
Friday the 13th. That
well,
fucking
I mean,
hot box of shit.
Knows a lot. Jason still sucks at the Lake of Crystals. Your best friend is fucked.
What this was, and Larry Zerner is a guy, he played Shelley in Friday the 13th, Part 3, 3D. He was the one that actually ended up giving Jason his mask. And on his Twitter, it's a great Twitter follow, I'll put his Twitter handle down here. He broke down the entire thing of what happened in the latest oral arguments.
Oral. Zerner feels like it's going to probably go back to Miller. Like it's going to be upheld that what the court originally decided back in 2018 was that he had the rights to it. That he's probably going to get it.
And this new oral arguments that we were hoping was going to figure something out, what they're trying to say is that, no, wait, he was a member of the Writers Guild of America, which is like a union, and if he's getting union stuff, then that means he's an employee. In his opinion, the judges didn't look like they were buying her argument at all whatsoever. But we don't know, because that doesn't really tell you anything. The judges can look like they're going to screw you right up the butt, and then in the end up awarding it to you. So we don't know what's going to happen. But the bad news about that whole thing is what they want is to put, what Cunningham wants is for this to go back to the last courtroom it was in. And if they grant him that fucking sucks.
Well, yeah.
And then the other thing that could suck is if this doesn't pan out here and we don't get it figured out here, then that someone could, whoever loses the case, could push it to the Supreme Court, which would push even further. But what Zerner's saying is he doesn't even think that they'd accept the case.
Right.
So
I mean, and again, Miller's probably going to get it. Like, I mean, they're going to uphold what the court said back in 2018. There's most likely that's going to happen. But it's not like all doom and gloom and the poopy stains, because at the same time, like, Miller has to work with Cunningham for this to be rebooted. All they're saying is that if Cunningham got the rights back to Jason, like the Friday the 13th, the original script, it would just shortcut a lot of this bullshit and make a Jason movie happen a lot sooner, which is awesome. But at the same time, Miller's not stupid. Miller will probably want to make money on the franchise, so he'll have to work with Cunningham to work with, you know. And again, like, you don't really have much with that script. I mean, you have like the characters from the first one. You have little boy Jason, and that's all you got. Like, everything else after that, like what made Jason iconic, is all Cunningham and shit. So it's, you're not going on much there.
Yeah, I don't really know how all that stuff works out, how they're going to splice that up if they do uphold the last court's ruling, like who's going to get what. I know they divvied it up, but it's still confusing. Like, are you going to make a Jason movie, a Friday the 13th movie, and you can't call it Crystal Lake? He can't use the mask.
You can call it Lake of Crystal.
Lake of Crystal. How the fuck are you going to do that? I don't know. But it all sucks, and they're busy kicking each other in the nuts while Halloween's out here doing awesome shit.
Why don't they just call it the lake? They just say the fucking lake.
Let me ask you a question, you sick-ass sycophants. Do you want Jason Voorhees back? You've only got this big bubble-ass moron to look at. And Halloween kills. And Halloween ends. No, Michael, don't pretend that you have sex. You have sex with a furry animal. You only have that. What, you want another serial killer to root for? Woo! I love You're sick, you're disgusting, you probably had daddy issues, and your feet smell. Stop wishing for these characters to come back to life. I'm very glad that it's stuck in court, Michael. The real Jason Voorhees, the one with mommy issues, I think he's happy. He gets to rest. Unlike you and your stupid brain. I hate you, Mike. I really wish to God that you would just walk into a cactus and have it attack your face. Like Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. And then lay baby cactuses in your mouth so they explode through your chest. And then you poop them out and you have prickly butt. That's exactly what you would do on the toilet with prickly butt.
To that one script, the first Friday the 13th, which had nothing to do with Baghead Jason, had nothing to do with the hockey mask. And it did have the name Jason in it. But I mean, at that point, like, honestly, if Cunningham wanted, I mean, it sucks, but if Cunningham wanted to move forward without, like, the rights, and Miller didn't want to work with him, you could just make a serial killer movie called The Lake, or Crystalline Lake, or whatever you want to call it, and you don't even need to name him.
But,
you know what I mean? Because people, it's so iconic, Jason, like, being Jason.
Okay, but that's the thing. If Miller gets the rights, he doesn't have rights to the mask.
No, he doesn't. I know. That's why.
So,
but does he have rights to the name?
Well, they mentioned Crystal Lake in the first
and
movie.
Jason.
And Jason Voorhees.
And Pamela Voorhees.
But it's a hockey mask. And, like, technically hockey masks are hockey masks.
No, yeah.
You just change up the mask a little bit, maybe? Maybe
well,
keep a goalie mask?
Literally, Miller would have no say on the mask at all. All Miller would have a say on, I'm assuming, because of the first script, is that the name Jason was used as a little boy Jason and Pamela Voorhees. And then anybody else as the counselors and the general story, but that's all. Like, everything else that came after that shit when he got his mask has nothing to do with Miller. Like, zero to do with him.
Yeah, that's weird to me. So
you're fighting over a popcorn fart there, sir.
What they're saying about this case is that it sets a standard in Hollywood. Those rights are supposed to revert back to the person who owned them or wrote the script or whatever, right? That's the way the law is supposed to work. But as court cases do, they use one court case to choose what they're going to do with other court cases. So I guess probably what Hollywood or a lot of people are saying to him is, look, if you lose this case, then that means everybody that says that they have rights to this is going to lose this case. So maybe he has pressure on him to actually win the case, even though they could just work together and figure this shit out. I don't know, man. It sucks.
Yeah, it just makes the Friday the 13th fan, the Jason fans, wait a little longer for this bullshit to be sorted out. It's like, why can't you guys just be grown-ups, suck each other's dicks, and get over with it? I mean, what else? I mean, it doesn't really. I mean, it's a pissing contest. We both know Cunningham's got a bigger wiener, but nonetheless, at the same time, like, just give the guys money, settle out of court.
Wait, I don't know that.
Well, I mean,
how do you know that?
I mean, I heard, I saw some porn, but it was 3 nights in Paris. but no,
Where you been spending your nights?
Porn sites. But just give him the money, settle out of court, and forget about it. Like I don't think, honestly, and give him some money, and then put on a title card based on the screenplay by his Miller or
And then
whatever.
give him a royalty every time they show his name.
Well, but not like that much.
I don't know. Figure it the fuck
It's
out.
not that hard to. Yeah, you can move on with that. It feels like this thing is just going literally, like I said, pissing contest. It feels like how far are we going to take this because we have more money than you, or we think we do, and you're spending all this. At some point, this Miller's guy's got to be like, damn, dude, like I'm running out of fucking money here. I'm tapping my fucking kids' college funds, and I don't care about that. But I mean, I'm still tapping my kids' college funds.
I know he has pressure on him too because, like I said, this is going to set a precedent for all other cases.
Are you really fighting for the rights of other writers, or are you making yourself vilified in the eyes of fans? Because isn't that really what the truth is?
I think they're both vilified.
Because no, Cunningham's not, because Sean's like, I mean, sure, maybe into a degree, but Miller's the one that took this shit the way that he did.
See, I disagree with that though, because like I said, the law says that the rights are supposed to go back to Miller. According to the law, it says that Miller's supposed to get those rights. Well, Cunningham is saying like, no, you didn't write the script. You were employed for me, and I told you to write the script.
I think it was.
So it's really Cunningham that's pushing.
Yeah, well, maybe, but I mean, also, I think it's probably an ego thing for Cunningham too, because he doesn't feel like anybody should take him to court and fucking accuse him of stealing, and he doesn't like that he's being accused of theft, technically. And then
I think Cunningham's taking him to court.
He is.
The rights went back to him
in 2018.
No,
he is, and that's what I mean. Like he doesn't like his character being attacked and calling me a fucking thief. I ain't stole nothing. But at the same time, Miller is the one that's pursuing. Like maybe if Miller approached them without the fucking lawyers and all this bull. Well, you'd have to have lawyers, but not like making this big scene. Just be like, listen, man, just give me like some credit on it. Give me some money outside of the fucking movies. Yeah. Give me like we can settle out of court. I'll sign a non-disclosure and we can go about our fucking day. Yeah. That's it. And if they do that, then it's over. So yeah, you're right. Maybe they're both villains, but at this point, like I think the fucking Miller guy is going to be way worse vilified in the eyes of fans than Cunningham. Like he just is, because it's like you're the guy in the shadows that nobody gave a shit about until like 2018 anyway.
But if somebody comes to you and they say, "Hey, look, this is the way that this whole thing works. You wrote that script, and now you own Friday the 13th," and then you go, "Oh my God, that's amazing!" Yeah, and then all of a sudden, this dude that was your boss at one point, maybe sort of your boss at one point, comes and goes, "No, bitch, that's mine. I don't care what the law says. That shit's mine."
Well, yeah, that would piss me off. But I also feel like it's a fat lawyer that smells like oak that came up and whispered in Miller's ear and was like, "Hey, you know how much money you can get off this?"
Smells like mahogany.
It smells like old white men. Well, he was like, "You know what you can get?"
He was just supposed to get it though. You know,
I don't know, but obviously there's some kind of precedent there because the other court heard it, and again, but Zerner's right. Like he thinks it's going to revert back to Miller. The original ruling's going to hold in court, and that's just the way it is. And now we just wasted more fucking time with this, and it's going to go back, and so he's going to get the rights overall anyway. And I like even if. Like Cunningham was saying, we were fighting out of principle in that regard. Like, what were you fighting for though? Like, you're honestly like. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, yeah, I can understand your perspective. At the same time, you're hired to do a job. You do a job. We paid you for it at the time. That was what it was worth, and that's exactly what you agreed on. Nobody forced you. Nobody twisted your arm. And now later on, after the franchise is successful, and somebody's like, well, you can get all this money now.
That's the two things too. It's either he was a contractor or he was an employee. If he was an employee, then the rights should go back to Cunningham.
Yeah.
But if he was a contractor, contractors don't have that same set of standard. A contractor is a whole different thing. So if he was legitimately a contractor, then it should go to Miller.
Right.
But either way, you know what? If you want to actually read it verbatim from someone who knows what the fuck they're talking about, definitely go and follow Shelly from Friday the 13th on Twitter. And again, I wrote an article on this the other night and put all his tweets in there, so I'll put the link down to that below and check that out as well. But yeah, that's
cool tips.
Hopefully we'll get some fucking Friday news soon. That's better than this shit. But nice. The dangerous thing is if that shit, really we should be rooting for Miller, dude. Yeah. Because the fact of the matter is if Cunningham wins and they get what they want and this goes back to the last court they were at again,
it's gonna be another year.
It's gonna be fucking forever. So anyway, so
talking about being in court for too long and not being not being in court for too long, but being old. Old news.
Oh, Jesus Christ. More bad news.
Robert Englund says he's too long in the tooth to fucking beat Freddy Krueger, so stop asking, you bastards. I can't do it no more. My dingleberries touched the fucking toilet water when I sat down.
I've been eating butterscotch all goddamn day.
He can't.
It's over.
I'm too fucking old. I can't even lift the goddamn glove up, let alone be Freddy Krueger.
I got the Medicaid.
Basically, Robert Englund came out earlier on and he said, like, quote, I'm too long in the tooth to reprise the role of Freddy Krueger. And I think that he's gotten to a point in his career, he doesn't even want to anymore. I think he said that if they were ever going to do a remake for it, like for Nightmare on Elm Street 3, The Dream Warriors, he would love to be a doctor in it that didn't believe. That's cool. I was like, that's actually pretty cool. He liked a cameo in one of them, and that's great. But yeah, he said, and yeah, I gotta agree with Robert. I gotta agree with old Bobby on this one. Fred Krueger is dead. But I gotta agree with him because, look, I love Robert Englund, and Robert Englund will always forever be an iconic Freddy Krueger. He's the guy that everybody knows as Freddy Krueger. But his time has passed. He's done multiple fucking films. He's done the TV show. He's done commercials. He's done everything in pop culture. He is the pop culture icon of the horror scene in the 80s and 90s. But he's done with it, and like it's time to move on from it. And I think that's what he's saying too. He's like, I can't, like, maybe, yeah, I could be buried under makeup and stuff like that.
I can't, motherfucker.
But my dangleberries hurt when I fucking poop.
It's not your Jiffy Pop. Robert Englund. He played Freddy Krueger, Michael. He'd come in your dreams and rip your balls through your anus with the finger glove of death. I bet he didn't wipe his ass very well, but he did. He said that he's too old to play Freddy Krueger any longer. I agree.
But
And he's done. Like, I mean, and that's fine.
And I get that. Here's where I'm at on all this whole thing, dude, is that England has done the old Brett Favre thing. What he's done is he's retired and he's unretired and he's retired. Here's what I don't get about
He's got
Robert
the
Englund.
interception record in the NFL.
God damn it. He's got a lot of fucking records
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
NFL. Why do you got to bring that one up? He's the
not Rick
greatest
Gannon.
fucking quarterback
He's
of all
close to
time
him.
in my heart. But no, listen. Here's the thing. Robert Englund, and actually, I'm okay. We've talked about this before many times,
Yeah.
so I'll say it really fast, just for those who aren't caught up on our opinions on it. We would love to see Robert Englund play Freddy Krueger forever, but he is getting older, so if they did bring him back, and I know everybody wants to bring him back, and some people say that's the only way they'll even watch the fucking movie.
Crazy.
But the thing is that would be great to see him on screen one time, but these things are all about sequels, they're all about franchise. If Nightmare on Elm Street comes back and the movie's killer, you're going to want more of them. And the thing is, if he comes back and does 1, 2 tops, and then what do? Then the franchise is right back where they were. I think I'd be excited to see him back, but I honestly think that they should move on just for the sake of the future of the franchise. Go ahead and get an unknown or get a big name, do whatever you're going to do, but I think it has to move on just because of his age. And that's not saying he couldn't do it. I would love to hear him do it in an animated series where you got his voice, but he doesn't want to sit in that chair and put on all that makeup all day fucking long again. And I
For
totally
the animated
understand that.
series?
No,
They're really, he's really going all the way for the character.
I gotta get it. No, I mean for the movies.
That motherfucker don't break character to the DVD commentary.
I'm into total shit.
Fred Krueger is one of the nastiest specimens I've ever seen in my life. Gross. Got a goddamn dirty cowboy hat from Stinson. Put your toys away. I also heard that before Michael killed her, Fred Krueger wanted to play with Judith's titties. That's what I heard, Michael. Dr. Chalice was talking in the break room about it. Gross. Gross. Don't cow lick me. Robert Englund. I support you support his decision, Michael. If I spill one more drop of Asian tea, I'm gonna put my foot so far up your ass that the water on my knee will quench your thirst.
And as far as what he's concerned, is like he's done enough. Like he's been in it. I mean, his last outing as Freddy was that one. What was that? The TV show.
This is what I was getting at. This is what I don't like on Robert Englund's half of it is that, you know, they've dragged their fucking feet on this franchise before the rights, and the rights have reverted back to the Wes Craven estate. But for years, he said, I'm not going to do it again.
Yeah.
He said, I don't want to do it again. I don't want to. I'm done. This is the last time I'll do it. And then he did a Comic-Con thing, not a Comic-Con, one of the cons. Then he said, I'm going to put on the makeup for picture opportunities one more time.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I'm not doing any movies. And then you come out of nowhere, and I think this was post-Halloween, and the horror resurgence
did,
that we've had the past few years.
That
And all of a
TV
sudden,
show.
he's going to do the fucking Goldbergs, like a stupid comedy show. Like, I'm sorry if you like the Goldbergs,
Bill Goldberg was in it.
but that would be a great
speared
fucking
the fuck
cameo,
out of
dude.
Freddy.
That would be a great cameo. It's like, well, my son! He just comes in and spears him. He's like, you weren't there for me. But
Anyway, he goes, fucking fireworks,
fucking traps.
and he breathes in the smoke flames.
oh, dude, he's going to fight the Fiend. Did you hear about that?
No,
That's fucking crazy.
That's amazing.
But anyways, then he comes back and he does that, and then all of a sudden news stories come out, and he's like, oh, actually, I think I could do one more. And now that the rights have gone to the Wes Craven estate, now he's going, no, I'm not going to do one. Like, he can't decide whether or not he wants to be fucking Freddy Krueger. And I know that the
He's
studios
flip-flopping like Donald Trump's hairpiece. It's true.
I know I know the studios drag their feet forever on Nightmare.
Yeah.
They should, and it's their fault, because if they would have started making these movies 10 years ago, then we could have Freddy could be in full swing right now.
Yeah.
But again, you have to put some of that blame on Englund too, because he said he wouldn't do it. So I imagine they were thinking in their minds, well, he's not going to do it. That last one sucked because we made a burnt-faced CGI squirrel fucking an apple pie. In
bad news.
whatever they did with that, even though the Jackie Earle Haley wasn't bad, the CGI was bad.
Yeah.
And I just, it's like, dude, just fucking make up your mind.
The Jackie R. Haley thing was really bad because Jackie R. Haley was a good replacement. I think he would have been a really good replacement for Freddy. But I think not only was it was a scroll fucking a pie or whatever it was, but I also feel like they made him too much of a victim.
Yeah.
In the movie, the way that whole thing went out, and also even Robert Englund himself said it was bad timing. The movie came out.
That's the quote of the show. I mean, I know he's like a squirrel fucking a pie or whatever.
But he's one of the. But but I mean, I like him. I like the guy. But no, I mean, it's like Robert Englund himself literally just said it was bad timing. The movie was a bad timing of a film. But nonetheless, I mean, there were some cool things about that movie, the remake. The dream sequences, like when they're in the pharmacy or whatever,
micro-naps.
and he's coming in and out. That's badass. But anyway, look, Robert Englund, maybe he thought there was some money to be made. And I don't want to take anything away from the guy. I don't know the guy, but I'm just saying, and Robert Englund's a cool dude, it seems, but he was like, hey man, the Halloween thing is doing really well. Maybe I got a little fucking something left in me and I can get a little snatch of that dollar bill. But then I don't think Wes Craven's estate wants him to do it, because they're also thinking, like, even though he is synonymous with Freddy Krueger, they're like, we want to move into a different direction, we want to go somewhere else, and we have to have somebody that's going to be able to put this franchise on their back and go forward a few years with the franchise. Like, it's kind of like a James Bond. Like, once Sean Connery got old and he's like, I'm done, I don't want to do it anymore.
They gotta switch to the
You
next
got
guy.
to do something else.
But at the same time, and he did say too, he was like, I don't know what's going on with it. He's like, I know that they're taking pitches, and but he was like, I have no idea what's going on currently in the franchise. So it sounds like they haven't reached out to him. But it just, to me, based on the history, and I'm not trying to throw shade at Robert Englund, I love Robert Englund or whatever, but it does seem
I heard
like
he's pretty dreamy.
He does a little bit of posturing from time to time to get a little bit more on that check, I think.
I know
that
he
could
does.
be all this is, for all we know. But what I do think is that what he said was, I would love if they did a reboot of Nightmare 3, which that kind of came out of nowhere, right? Like, what you hear, motherfucker?
Because it was a great
What you hear?
Dude, I thought about that too. Like, that actually is one of the best movies of the franchise. And to remake that with, like, unused Wes Craven stuff, because remember Wes Craven wrote that script that they didn't use all of it? I mean, you could...
We did a script review for that, by the way.
That'd be pretty cool. And just him being a cameo and it would be fine.
Yeah, and that's what he wanted to do. He basically wanted to play, I think, Heather Langenkamp's character. He said, if they were to do...
Not Heather. No, it was the one that didn't believe that they were having...
Oh, that's right. Yeah, my bad. But he wanted to play a woman's character. Who hasn't put on their wife's panties and danced around the house?
Oscar de la Hoya can attest.
You gotta. I'm a peacock. You gotta let me fly.
You gotta explore those silkies.
So silky.
One day when you're older, you'll know that you'll need to wear stretchy pants.
But he did say, he was like, yeah, what I would like to do is, I would like to have a new role in the franchise. Give me a character like that if they were going to do part 3 or something. And I think that's the best way to go. Actually, I think that, even though I don't agree with some stuff, I think that he answered the question for the franchise perfectly. Give him a new role in the franchise. And for one, this appeases the fans that say they're not going to watch it unless it's Robert Englund. Give him a different role in the franchise. Let him show off a different side of his acting in front of the people, the fans who love his acting the most, Nightmare on Elm Street fans. And then he gets to do a little bit something different, add a little bit something to the resume. I know he's done a bunch of stuff, but I mean, in the Nightmare realm, I think that would be the best send-off for him, and it would be best for the franchise, a nice passing of the torch to move forward. That's the way to go, man.
Yeah, and then have him get brutally killed by the new Freddy Krueger as
what?
Yeah, and then he pops an Ambien right before he goes down. Or Lunesta.
Fucking perfect, dude.
Yeah, and then that's it. Like, that's a way of passing the torch to the next guy, and I think that's what he wants to do. Honestly, they're like, hey, bring me back for the cameo. Let the new guy be the Freddy Krueger you want, and let me be brutally murdered by him. And it's like a way of like, here you go. Like, welcome to the show, bitch.
Jesus Christ.
And I wish before he dies, like, welcome to primetime, bitch.
Michael has a vagina.
Next up, we have some awesome fucking news, backtracking all that sort of bad news. The bat suit was revealed by Matthew Reeves yesterday.
Holy sparkly vampires of fucking greatness.
So sweet.
God damn, dude. Like, he walked out like that shit was like... That's like when you know when you're walking into a store and you know exactly what kind of pair of shoes you want. Like, I want them Air Jordans. No, dude, he looked badass, like, walking out like that with the red light. I mean, you couldn't see it really well, which I guess was the point. Like, they had this weird red lighting. It was haunting music. It was like just deep and weird. And then you saw, like, the bat suit, but it was in that red tint, like I said, and then you see the bat symbol. Which, a little side note about that bat symbol, have you been reading about that? About what they thought it might be?
It's a bad guy symbol.
No, they said, dude, it's fucking... I saw this thing on Facebook, and they were like, that's metal as fuck.
Dude, literally metal.
It's metal, bro. And it's people, like, are confirming it. Like, not the people that are working the movies, but a lot of people are agreeing, like, yeah, that's definitely what it is. But if you look really close on the bat symbol itself, they said it's the broken pieces of the gun that killed his parents, and he fashioned it into the fucking bat symbol.
Fucking cool.
Metal as fuck.
That's metal as fuck.
I know. And then there was a lot of people that were spotting this, and they were talking about it. And this one girl was one of the first that noticed it, one of the journalists, and she said that they did that kind of storyline in Detective Comics 1000, where it was revealed that Bruce Wayne, underneath of his bat symbol, like, he built in the gun pieces that killed his parents, Martha and Thomas Wayne, and he has it to protect him. But they fashioned, so it's a similar storyline, so they fashioned the bat symbol to look like the pieces of the gun.
That's so sick.
Dude, I know. It's fucking incredible.
I love that,
Just
man.
when you thought Robert Pattinson and his hair couldn't get sexier, they go and do something like this.
Now, the complaints I saw from it were people saying that it looks too much like Daredevil. I don't think that that's a problem. I think that's just the red light that they used. I mean, that's why everybody's brain went there immediately. It looks like the hallway scene from Daredevil. But if you zoom in real close, and there's people online doing all sorts of color changes and stuff too. When they make it great, it looks badass. But when they zoom in on the mask and you look really close to the mask, you can see it's like leathery and stitched together. So while this shit looks metal and like, you know, Tonka trunk,
Metal as fuck.
this shit's like Catwoman type, you know, Batman Returns Catwoman type stitched together.
Well, you know, it's like yeah, and I saw somebody say, like, where's the chin strap? It's like, he doesn't need one yet. like I don't know, that's such a stupid thing to, and plus, the armor itself, like, I mean, again, you can't really see it that well.
He moves his shoulder ever so slightly just so you can see it.
So, well, I mean, you notice that there are like pieces that look like an actual armored version of it, and which I think is going to be like the Arkham Origins storyline that they used, where he's more armored up.
Well, it looks like the Arkham,
and that makes total sense. Like, yeah, of course, I mean, he would adapt more of a protective thing because he's not really confident in his abilities yet. With, you know, you got to work your way up to the underwear situation, and he's not ready there. Yeah. But at the same time, yeah, there's that part, and if the mask is like stitched together with, like, you know, that's all right.
What if he gets shot in the head?
Well, what if I get shot in the head? It's like, well, that was a chance we were willing to take. But, yeah, but it still, dude, he looked badass, and the music was so fucking good. Dude, it was something it almost felt like a horror movie with Batman in it, which is exactly what I want. I hope they push the rated R, which I don't think, I don't know if it's going to be rated R or not. But that's the kind of Batman with that music and that lighting and just that general atmosphere that if they ever put Joaquin Phoenix's Joker in that, it would blend so well into that universe.
Which I still don't think we're ever
No, probably not. But I'm just saying, and if they're going to focus more on the detective side and make it more like Seven,
yeah, and they are,
dude.
Yeah,
this is going to be one of the coolest fucking iterations of Batman ever. I mean, Ben Affleck, I love him, man. I mean, Ben Affleck to me is one of the maybe the best Batman to ever exist.
It's either Affleck or Keaton, and to me, there's no other answer.
So the bat suit was revealed by none other than that gel-head, sprinkly boy looking like a mannequin from 1986, Robert Pattinson. Gonna be the new Batman. Michael, what are you doing? Are you doing a fat Steven Seagal? Stop it. Robert Pattinson, you've got constipation or something. I'm gonna have to get you a Zantac 75. Robert Pattinson is your what are you? Stop it! This is not WCW Monday Nitro. Robert Pattinson is Batman. Batman. You know what I mean? Batman. I'll tell you something. Batman. What do you mean? What is this? Are you getting ready to orgasm? You want to have sex with it? You can't fly, Mike. I don't want to. I'm not gonna bungee jump with you. I'm not gonna fly like an eagle. Stop it! Batman! Listen to me. Nobody cares about Martha. Nobody. You went and seen Zorro? You had rich parents? They got killed in Lally. You're still rich. You little spoiled bitch. Get over it. I mean, good God. Look at Steve Jobs. Look at Bill Gates. Go do something. Go invent something. Don't go out here running around in your underwear trying to fight crime and vigilante, because you might one day run against this big bastard. This stupid face that will look down on you, and as he's killing you with his knife, because your batarangs do nothing, he'll fart in your mouth. He'll fart because he loses control of himself. Michael, they know this. They can smell you from a mile away. Good God. I mean, when's the last time you changed your underoos?
No, I mean, let's get nuts. But this one, I feel like it's going to be a more of a practical approach to Batman, and you're going to have maybe more of a struggle about who he is and what's going on and how he can overcome these feelings, and if he's adequate enough to take on the role of this vigilante and justice for all. But I don't know. But well, I mean, and it's good. Like again. Who would have ever fucking thought, man? Like Robert Pattinson is your Batman. He looks so, and he looks cool, man. And then somebody was like, I was thinking of Tommy Boy too. He's like, he's got a tiny head. And he's like, oh yeah, like there's some other really big fat guy with a tiny head. He's like, I got a tiny head. The guy's like, his head's tiny. Well, dude, like that's what you're gonna go at.
It's crazy, man. Because I remember years and years ago, because we've been doing this for so fucking long. I remember making a rant video because they were looking at Robert Pattinson.
I remember that.
To do Indiana Jones, and we were so pissed about it. But Robert Pattinson continued a trend of some of the greats. I don't know if you can call all these greats of guys who were in like chick flicks or whatever, because you know he was in Twilight, who were hated by everybody. Or hated by most guys for a long time, who earned the fucking respect of people as they went along.
But even guys had to say that his hair is wondrous.
It is wondrous. But Matthew McConaughey is one of them.
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger's one of them. Justin Timberlake is one of them.
Yeah.
People used to give him all sorts of shit, but you know he rocks the shit in some of the stuff he does. And I think Robert Pattinson.
I used to think he was a total Streisand, but he's rocking the shit in that one.
That's what I always think of, 40-year-old virgin. But I think Robert Pattinson's the latest one to do that. If you look at his work and you look at what he's done, it's been amazing. So you know, we were 110% hyped when they announced Ben Affleck to be Batman.
Yeah.
Even though a lot of people were fucking pissed.
Yeah, dude, there were people losing their fucking minds.
Yeah.
Like, the world ended. Like, I mean, it was the coronavirus times 80.
I'll never forget that night. We went to see The Watch that night. Badass movie, by the way.
Yeah.
We went to see The Watch that night that it was announced, but
that was the Ghostbusters movie we deserved.
It was funny as shit, dude, because I'll never forget that night, because I was actually, at that time, I was writing for the Smozno website, and they were supposed to have me on the podcast that night, but because of the Affleck getting announced, they had to bump it or whatever. But I'll always remember that night, and I always remember just being fucking stoked and so happy for Ben Affleck, because I always liked him. You know, even though he was another one of those guys that a lot of people hated because of Jiggly and shit like that. But I think that, dude, I think Robert Pattinson's going to rock the shit out of this. I think it's going to be amazing. And I think the suit looks amazing. I think it looks great. I would have rather had Ben Affleck, because this was his movie.
Yeah.
You know, this was supposed to be his thing.
I would have loved to have seen it. Even if he had been just the director.
Yeah,
like it was based on. I would have gone with that too.
Yeah, exactly.
But nonetheless, I mean, I think that when we ranted on Pattinson back in the day, taking over Indiana Jones, a lot of it was because, in my opinion, and I think back then we were just thinking that he wasn't proven yet to really take the mantle of someone as iconic as Indiana fucking Jones. And there's no way you would buy this guy as being like, you know, like the anti-ripped hero that Harrison Ford was able to embody in the movies, but he has grown, and he's got a lot more depth to him as an actor. And I think that this script, this dark kind of weary, war-torn kind of atmosphere they're gonna build up for him is gonna be perfect. And also, I don't even think. I mean, I don't know. Again, I mean, you know, obviously we're not privy to Matt Reeves' mind or anything. I don't think they're gonna go with
the origin stories necessarily anymore. Like, I mean, I think that I think, dude, goddamn,
so
how
many
cool
times.
is that though, man? Like, the broken gun parts is making up the bat symbol. That is fucking sick.
I heard someone say they were on Twitter. They're like, "Isn't this supposed to be year 1?" And someone said that they heard that this is year 2. Like this is year 2 of Batman, and which is great because you don't need the origin story of Batman anymore. God, for fuck's sake, we don't need the origin story of Batman anymore. Even if you just like,
why did you say that name?
I think Batman vs Superman did it great. If you're going to cover the origin story, do it in the credits real quick with something like that, with that badass music.
I hope they have like one of those line drops in there. It was like, what was her name? It was like, I'm not going to answer that. And then also, speaking of his voice, I don't know. I hope they use a voice modulation because it seems like a simple fix that they did with Snyder's cut with Batman. Like as far as like just. It made it. Batman had a voice modulation, so he didn't have to talk like he's had to take a shit.
I have to hear Pattinson do his.
I think that, but I know, but Kevin Conroy was the only guy that I think could pull it off really well. Kevin Conroy from the Batman animated series. Yeah. There's no other guy like Keaton was really good at doing it too. And Kilmer and Clooney, I guess in some way, but Christian Bale just took it to another level that now it's a joke. And to me, it always made sense that Batman would try to disguise his identity to the maximum effort he could. And he's rich enough that he could just buy a voice modulation box and then just. And I know it takes place. I guess it's going to take place in the '90s, like '94 or 90.
I don't know.
I thought it was a mid '90s.
That'd be dope, though.
Well, I thought that's what they were doing. I thought it was like a mid '90s kind of Batman. I don't know. I mean, if it's not, it's not. But either way, the technology would exist. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But another thing, I think that's where the real clue is going to be for me, though. I know that Pattinson can play dark and damaged characters. Like I think he's proved that. I think he can do it. But he's got like a youngish face.
So can my wife.
I will not go inside that area with you. But he's got like a fucking boyish Elijah Woodish face. Like he just looks like a fucking hobbit that never grew old.
I think he's a little grizzled. Remember Good Tom?
I know, but he'll look like, you know what? We'll see how he looks, because I mean, if he's got his tux on and he's sitting in the back of the limo being very depressed, I just don't want it to look like he's like mad that he didn't get invited to the Social Network or like reunion, because he's mad that someone stole his fucking idea.
Well, it's funny because you say him in a suit in a limo. He actually did a movie called Cosmopolitan.
That's where but he looked like he could have been the Social Network.
He looks like Bruce Wayne, and that's the thing too with these guys. It's like either you're you got to be Bruce Wayne and you got to be Batman.
Well, that's the thing. No, what I'm saying is like
Christian Bale was a great fucking Bruce Wayne.
Well, yeah, that's
Batman.
I think that's what I'm saying. Like I think that. What's going to be the tale of the tape is whether or not he's able to pull off, like he could pull off an incredible Batman and he could pull off a pretty dunce kind of Bruce Wayne, like because sometimes, and I'm not saying that he wouldn't be able to act it, but you know you got to believe that he is grizzled, like that he's seen some shit. I say it, but you know you got to believe it. And if you don't believe it and he just looks too boyish and too young and he doesn't really know the world, it's not going to come off the same way. Like there was a lot of Michael Keaton was great. It could do dual, like he did both really well. Val Kilmer was actually underrated because Val Kilmer could pull off Bruce Wayne really effectively and Batman. George Clooney, not so much.
In the 90s, in the time it happened. Yeah, well, if you watch his Bruce Wayne now, you'd be like, what the fuck is doing? George Clooney, he works the perfume counter at JCPenney.
What you know about them red dot tickets? But George Clooney was a really good Bruce Wayne. Yeah, he was a terrible Batman, but he was a great Bruce Wayne.
And no nipples on this bat suit. Someone on Twitter pointed out to me, by the way. But yeah,
it's going to be great. I mean, I don't understand the hate already. Like it's coming out of nowhere.
Also, that was, by the way, that's not a trailer. A lot of people are referring to it as a trailer. It's not a
test screen.
It's not a trailer. It's a test screen. Like they wanted to see what it looked like on camera, and it looked so fucking dope that they decided to let all of us see it too.
It's like somebody on the crew that didn't know. It's like, this is a secret test screening. No one should know about that. And this guy was like, he's like, don't touch. He's like, which one? This? And he hit a button and it just went out and they already had the music. And you wonder if they were playing that music just for Robert Pattinson to get him into the character. They're like, listen, we're gonna dim the lights and we're gonna have like this red smoke and we're gonna have this music going.
It'll make you laugh if you watch closely because as the camera's turning towards him, he's going.
You know what's weird is like you gotta imagine you're in there. There's like 15 people that are like filming you and they're taking pictures to get principal photography or whatever, and they're like, it's like you gotta come in like. You're the justice. It's like you're the vigilante of the night. And like there's parts like you gotta pretend that you're in your car and the music comes on and you gotta pretend that you're a superhero. You know, like when you're in the car. I do that all the time. Like when you're in your car by yourself and you're like driving and a particular song comes on and you just act like you're in a movie and you're just like looking up.
Talking about every time you're driving at night alone and you listen to the drive soundtrack.
You look everywhere dramatically. You're like you look out, and that's why what they had like you just pretend like you're that person in the car and he's like.
I can do that.
Because it's like, it'd be so awkward, but
the whole thing would be awkward, dude. And by the way, the guy, apparently the guy who did the music for that is doing the score, because I saw on Twitter, and I can't remember the guy's name. I never heard it before myself. For some reason, I thought Zimmer was doing this score, but which would have made sense. But that score was dope as shit.
It was great.
And this guy said he was like, yeah, someone was like, that sounds like so and so, and the guy was like, yeah, that was me. And then somebody else, I think it was Matt Reeves or somebody, was like, wait till you hear the rest of it. So that dude's doing the whole score, and that was his score.
You know what it reminded me of? It felt like a horror movie vibe, but it reminded me a lot of like a John Carpenter kind of feel for a Halloween.
Sure.
It kind of had a Halloweenish feel to it. Like, I don't know, because
his eyes fucking scared me.
I think what they were
close into those eyes. Mm-hmm. You won't shit right for a month.
Because have you ever tried to get outside those eyes? I didn't even know I was making out with them until I got home. But no, but the truth is, it really reinvented in just that moment their Batman. It's their Batman, and I think we were talking a little bit with my brother in a group text, but we were talking about it, and I think what I was saying, and I think that you guys agree with it as well. I think that Matt Reeves wants to distance himself as much as possible from all the other Batman that have come before it, and would sprinkle it with a little bit of Nolan and Snyder, but that's it. He doesn't want any kind of connection to it. Now, I'm not saying that Hans Zimmer's fucking incredible, like he's great, but if they bring in Hans Zimmer to do any of the score, that's fine. But this guy really nailed it, dude. Like, for me, like the vision that Matt Reeves has, like I think that keeping this guy would be the way to go.
And I think different is the way to go. I'm not going to say the word here, but what you can't do is you can't go full Tropic Thunder. You know what I mean?
You can't go simple Jack.
Don't go doing crazy shit now. Like, make everything feel different. Make the sound, the score, the look, all that shit different. But don't do anything too fucking crazy with Batman now. It is Batman. You can't do some fucking weird shit.
For some reason, that shit smelled just like bologna.
So, all right. So, and those are the biggest news stories of the week. So, we're going to run through some other stuff really quick because there was actually a lot of shit that happened this week.
Yeah.
And one of the things we're actually going to start doing on this show is we're going to have a theme for each episode, which is
this is jungle theme. No, this is more urban theme.
No, but like we're going to have a big Halloween topic, a script review or something like that we're going to do with each one. But this week there was so much fucking news that like it was hard to even fit that in. And this being the inaugural episode of that's doing this, that made it hard. But some other tiny shit that happened. This happened way a week ago. But did you watch the Oscars?
No, I didn't get a chance. I had to go to bed because I was fucking tired and I'm old.
You old slut.
I'm old as fuck. I was fucking alive. But no, I wasn't. I was fucking with my hand. But I didn't get a chance to watch. I did see the weird fucking Joaquin Phoenix speech. I'm glad that he won. He's amazing, but he's the weirdest fucking guy ever.
Yeah.
Like ever.
Okay, and here's my stance on all this. I don't like hearing actors' politics.
No.
I don't like it when they talk about it. I don't enjoy hearing them talk about it. Like, I can figure it out for myself.
Nobody wants to hear cow nipples.
But to be fair, artificial insemination.
Nobody wants to hear that.
Cow insemination. But my honest opinion is that I don't mind when they do it, because the way I see it is they earn that spot, they earn that route on that stage by honing their craft and putting in a great performance, and they give them 45 fucking seconds. Like, this is the biggest for actors. Being winning an Oscar is probably the biggest moment of a lot of their careers, and they earn that 45 seconds. So I say, if they want to talk about the artificial insemination of cows, fuck it, let them do it. That's fine. I don't enjoy watching that. I'd rather watch them talk about fucking anything else just about. But I don't get mad about it because they earned it. Let them fucking speak whatever they want to speak. But I also get Ricky Gervais's take on it, which is he said the same thing. He's like, speak about what you want. I'm just letting you know that people, everyday working people, don't like it when you get up on that stage and preach.
No one's
it has the opposite effect of what you're saying.
Yeah, they already feel you're an elitist anyway. They're not going to listen to your particular take on politics and think you're right. Like, that's just not what's going to happen. He's like, thank your God, thank your fucking agents, and get the fuck off the stage with your little trophy.
Which is funny, and I get it, but
you won. You got now get off the stage. Like, but Joaquin Phoenix. Like, honestly, that was such like a weird shit like speech anyway. Like, I don't like that's what somebody's like. He's like, can you even make fun of Joaquin Phoenix because he's crazy? Like, he's literally fucking crazy. You can't even make fun of him. And then
the river thing was touching. That was nice.
Yeah,
and you can tell
the river thing is great. But what he was talking about, the artificial insemination of cows and weird shit like that. It was like, is he still method acting? Is he still the Joker? Like, is this what he's doing?
I don't think he's been. I don't think.
Let's talk about cows, Murray.
What I love, dude. One of my favorite things in that speech was that he called himself. He's like, I've been known to be a scoundrel before. And
was he Han Solo?
In a movie, The Master. Someone, I'll never forget that. I think it was Philip Seymour Hoffman called him. It was like he brought out his special drink and he was like, "You scoundrel," and that made me laugh because I hadn't heard anybody use the word scoundrel in forever. So to have him bring that word up again after seeing that in that role, just.
But I love Joaquin, and that the Joker movie. I'm so glad that it won like those awards because it definitely deserved it. Like, as far as best actor, he's the guy that embodied that to a T, man.
I honestly was rooting for Leo, dude.
Well, yeah,
I mean, I'm happy he won, but I was rooting for Leo.
Yeah, I mean, that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, like at least it won Best Supporting Actor with Brad Pitt. I mean, he got his shit.
But
so.
I feel bad for Leo because he had to sit around and watch Brad Pitt win all these fucking awards, and he was just as good.
Brad Pitt whooped Bruce Lee's ass, so he deserves an Oscar for
Piss
that.
anybody in the off of
Oh God!
And that's another thing, by the way. Everybody's so pissed about that they like demean Bruce Lee in some way.
Come
Dude,
on.
it was in Brad Pitt's character's head. It was in Cliff Booth's head. He didn't actually beat up Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee's not actually a dick. They weren't saying that. That was just his crazy imagination running wild on the roof. But fucking Eminem was dope. Did you watch that?
No, I didn't get to watch it.
Damn it,
I heard about the performance though. It sounded great. Like,
That's one of my go-to karaoke's, man.
yeah, he did. What My Name Is.
No,
It's really great. No, I know what he did. Lose Yourself.
Yeah, but it was cool as fuck, dude. The way they did it, because they did one of their awesome edits, and then they showed great songs in movies or whatever. And then when they finally got to 8 Mile, they just sat on it for a second. And in my head, I was sitting on the couch going, surely Eminem's not about to perform. But they kept showing 8 Mile, and they kept showing 8 Mile, and then the band comes out and they start playing the song, and he rose up from the fucking floor, and I was like, shit, this is fucking awesome. I was geeking out. The audio did kind of suck on it though, but that wasn't his fault.
Yeah, was he wearing his sweatpants?
No, I think he was wearing jeans.
I was wearing my Puma sweatpants.
I think after
I feel like he was just drunk at home and he's like, I should go to the Oscars, yo. He's like, let me call my people. And they'd be like, if they show up in his Puma sweatpants, he'd be like, I don't give a fuck what I got to wear.
It's some of his old music videos, if you go back and watch it from the early 2000s, where he had the do-rag and the sweatsuits on, it's kind of hard to watch, man.
Was the Free Nation there? Did he rap battle? Was it the Free Nation?
Fuck Free World, 313.
Was the Free World there? But no, yeah, it's cool. I mean, I like Eminem, and that song is really great. It just kind of weird that you would pop out of nowhere to fucking do it.
Well, he didn't though. Nobody understood it. I was just happy to see fucking Eminem. I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
But the reason he performed,
beard's weird.
Is fucking beard's weird. The reason he performed is because he won an Oscar 17, 18 years ago for that song, and he didn't show up to receive the award. I don't know if he was just too cool for it or what, but it was like a mea culpa.
Well, it reminds me of was he just recreating the Nickelback Photograph song? I was like, I should go back and graduate.
Well, it's funny. He's been in his albums lately. He's been shitting on the Grammys and talking shit about him. So you knew he wasn't going to perform there. So to see him perform at the Oscars was a cool surprise. I thought that was dope as shit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely going to go back and watch it again. It's a great song, and it kind of fits with the. You know what they should
Fits with everything.
Joaquin Phoenix should have come out with that song, and it should be dressed as Joker when he accepted his fucking Oscar. Dude, imagine that. How cool and weird and quirky and Joaquin Phoenix would that be? Yeah. If you had him in it, because he wanted to be. Remember,
they pull steps on the stage and he starts doing the dance down the steps.
And then he was lose yourself, and then he just doing the whole fucking thing and coming down the steps, and then be like, I used to think that I could make people laugh. It would have been one of the most epic Oscar moments ever if he had come in full fucking makeup and had Eminem singing that song.
If he wasn't so concentrated on fucking tit milk, then we'd have that shit.
He could have come in with one of those fake fucking cow milk things attached to him.
They probably brought him the script. He's like, I just can't get over the sweetener in my coffee.
God damn it! I should have never had cornflakes today because they used artificial inseminated cow milk.
I can't believe you've done
That's what somebody said. They were like, the people that stood up and clapped awkwardly when you did your speech. They were like, these are the same people that clapped when they put their milk and the milk on top of their fucking Cheerios this morning.
And by the way, no disrespect to anybody that follows the vegan lifestyle or whatever.
Was that vegan?
We're cracking jokes. That's a vegan thing. I drink cow milk. Yeah. No disrespect to anybody that does that. We're just we make fun of ourselves more than we do anybody else.
Yeah, but either way,
Parasite won though.
Yes, dude, that movie is fucking amazing. That movie really did deserve all it got, and
technically is a horror movie. I know you don't think it is.
I think I could go with the horror element to it. It feels more like thriller and drama, drama thriller.
Yeah,
thriller drama.
That was my favorite part of the whole night, though. Was
a driller.
When he came out, was like, he's like, I drink tonight. I was like, that guy's fucking cool. And then when he won the second award, he's like, I drink till tomorrow. I was like, that guy's fucking great. When he won the best picture, I thought he was gonna be like, I'm gonna cook off a hooker and go to Beatles.
We would do something weird like that if we ever got a movie that ever got something like that. Be like, hey, I just want you to know that I'm already drunk right now, and I can't believe that I won. And I want to say thank you, Courtney Love killed Kurt Cobain.
That would be. You know what? I'm not even gonna shit on anybody for their political beliefs.
Man,
because if I got that platform, that's probably what I'd say.
Oh man,
I'm like, she fucking did it, yo.
You'd be like, aliens are real and Tom DeLonge.
Bleach.
Aliens are real and Tom DeLonge said so. Go back and blink. But yeah, dude, it's a really great movie. Honestly, if you guys haven't seen that movie, it totally deserves the awards that it got. And I really am happy for that guy, man. That guy, I didn't watch his acceptance speech, but if he was acting like that, it's just a really humble, generally really humble guy, and he's like, man, I'm really happy where I am.
He was great.
Let's get
he couldn't
fucking
stop
drunk.
looking at the Oscar, dude. He was just like when that.
Well, it was the first time
it
it made history. It was the first. I think it was the first foreign film ever to win an Oscar or Best Picture for Oscars. So
Which
I think is. I don't know. I might be wrong.
No, it was. It was.
Don't
but
you piranha attack my wiener?
Some people were pissed though.
Why?
You said.
You know people get.
No, I'm laughing because you said don't piranha attack my wiener.
I know because they come back like the comments like piranha.
Could the piranha get your whole dick in his mouth? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, it's a small one.
But, I'm sorry, when you reference piranha and your dick at the same time, your mind automatically goes to tiny.
Piranha 3D.
It's tiny, but it's angry, yo.
It's gonna get you.
But yeah, that was cool. I was happy as shit to see Parasite win, and people are pissed. Some people are pissed because they're saying foreign picture can't win Best Picture.
Why?
What do you think about that? Because they do have a Best Foreign Picture. So if you win Best Foreign Picture, some people don't think you should be allowed to win Best American Picture.
So
it's dumb.
So I guess if you win the Pro Bowl, you can't win the Super Bowl.
Look, if it's the best
like, what?
Yeah, if you win MVP, you can't go.
It's
to
like
the
if
Super
the AFC won in the Pro Bowl, bitch, you can't win the Super Bowl.
Bowl. Yeah, if you're on the Madden cover, you can't play this.
It's like, dude, you already got one. You don't need another one. Let me have it.
You know what? You fucking nailed it. That's the best way I've heard that shit put. All right, real quickly, they did release the new Bond track for No Time to Die, Billie Eilish.
No.
And this ties into the Oscars. You didn't like it, by the way?
I didn't. Dude, it felt
You don't like Billie Eilish though.
No, it's not that I don't like Billie Eilish. I just didn't like it's not a bad song. It just feels like a song that you hear at like an airport when you're going to the bathroom.
I was gonna say at Chili's.
Like, okay, actually, it does. But like, if you're going to the airport and you have to take a shit and you just hear that like in the.
But technically, so does every other
No,
Bond
dude,
song.
Skyfall with Adele, like that is fucking.
You can imagine being at an airport taking a dump and hear "Let the Sky Fall."
That's way.
I could.
It's a lot more peppy. And then also GoldenEye. With GoldenEye.
Shopping at Target.
Well, now, but dude, it just like even motherfucking Madonna, Die Another Day with Pierce Bronson. I like that. A Sigmund Freud analyze this. But I didn't hate the Billie Eilish song. I'm just thinking, and I guess it does fit. It's kind of like. It's slow and it kind of takes a little second to get going to where it needs to go.
Honestly, it doesn't crescendo the way you think it's going to.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, it doesn't get to the point where you're like, oh shit, it's really banging.
Yeah.
Like GoldenEye does that. Skyfall did that.
Skyfall definitely does.
Yeah, Die Another Day even did that.
all I can remember is Die Another Day is she's like, good night.
I thought it was a great movie.
I don't think they crescendoed in that, did they?
Yeah, they crescendoed.
I don't know. I can't even imagine.
Pulled out the tassels and everything. But Billie Eilish, like, it just feels like it's flat. Like, she's a great singer. I'm just saying, like, it doesn't feel like it goes anywhere, and it just feels like the same kind of beat. However, it probably works for this because it's Daniel Craig's last outing. Like, this is it. So, and it does kind of feel like. Like, I feel like when she was like, I trusted you, or whatever, it was like, yeah, we trusted you, Daniel Craig. We thought you'd be around forever. Now you're going away.
I like this song. I thought it felt pure fucking Bond. I do agree with you.
No, it does feel Bond.
It didn't really hit like a powerful note. Like, I was like, oh, the bridge is over? Right?
Yeah.
But what I don't like about the lyrics and about what I'm seeing from the trailer is that it looks like they're really, really focusing on that girl fucking him over. And I don't necessarily care that much about that storyline. The girl from the last one, like that was like one of the weaker points of the whole thing for me. So if they're really banking on that being the big deal that she had a secret and she fucks him over, which it seems like they are, I'm like, there's so many more interesting places to go with Bond. He's been fucked over by girls before.
Check your misogyny, okay?
Oh,
it's a lot of big things right now. When you're fucking like when you fuck over a girl like that, fucking check your misogyny.
She fucked him over.
I know. But I mean, either way, I just figure like Bond's like,
You suck my dick.
Yeah, it's like we did that. We had a good time. We got Jello naked. It's all good. I moved on. You moved on. We're good now. Like, cause I don't like. But again, it's tying all those stories together. So they got to throw something in. It's gonna be a great movie.
But it definitely had the vibes as a Bond.
But yeah, it was all right. Like, I mean, I wasn't super impressed by it. But maybe I'll think differently when I see it on the opening credits and the way that how they film it. So
the reason I want to say that ties in the Oscars is because I just want to put this baby to bed real quick. This meme keeps going around of Billie Eilish making a face when Eminem was performing, and they're saying that's when Eminem was performing.
I did see that. thought. That's what I thought she did.
No, she was making that when Kristen Wiig and them were up there doing
Oh.
this comedy sketch. She was making that face and the camera caught her. When Eminem was on stage, her and her brother were like clapping and like, that was awkward as shit to see the crowd though. Like when Eminem was performing, you gotta watch it just to see the crowd. Scorsese fucking hated it, but I think it was just loud to him. He was like, "Fuck, this is loud."
Well, Scorsese is an old guy from the old countries. He wouldn't know.
Yeah,
He's like,
bring out some Sinatra.
I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Get out of here! I'd fucking kick your ass in the fucking baloney markets.
The last little bit of news that we also have trailer reactions and stuff we're going to get to, hopefully, if we can find the camera space for us. Again, new show, new feelings, new. It's like a new pair of underwear. It's going to scratch a little bit at first, but we're going to fit into them. I don't know how to sit on this fucking couch, man.
I don't either.
I can't get, can I just...
Get off me.
This just feels right.
I feel like I've been at church the entire time I've been doing. Now I've really been in a Catholic church.
Mentos?
Ooh, the fresh maker. Hey guys, the day I held up my magical sword, I said, "By the power of Grayskull."
That's how I get my
Speaking
candy.
of which, Masters of the Universe is the next topic that we'll be going and centering on.
Yeah.
Kevin Smith is bringing the animated series Masters of the Universe.
Center.
I don't remember the name of the actual.
Center.
It's not called Center.
No, I know. You said
Masters of the Universe, something.
animated.
I know it's an anime series. It's on Netflix, but it's a sequel to the animated series. But there's a name for it. But they
Sequel
brought
to the animated series.
Yeah. Yes. But high five. Sucks time. But yeah, they're bringing that, and they've got some great casts that lined up for voice actors. Mark Hamill's the main one. He's going to play Skeletor. You couldn't have picked a better guy for that. They've also got some other good ones on there. I can't remember all.
Is it too on the nose though? Like, let's get Mark Hamill to voice a comic.
No. Well, I mean, maybe not. I mean, because.
Be original.
Yeah, Kevin Smith, you fucking dope.
I'm kidding. That's
No,
awesome.
we like Kevin Smith, and like it's great. Mark Hamill's awesome, and the fact that he's Skeletor, it makes total sense. They've got some Jason Mewes in it,
Which is fucking dope.
Yeah, and I think that's only so. Well, it makes Kevin Smith's not going to do it without Jason Mewes, and that's always cool.
Dude, that's what's like. I don't really.
And his daughter's in it.
Yeah, and that's what got me psyched about it, man. I'm not really into. I'm not really that into He-Man. I was into the toys as a kid and Masters of the Universe,
He-Man.
but I haven't been in one. It's one of those things. My nostalgia hasn't really made me want to go back and revisit again. Maybe I need to, but when you look at the cast for this, and there's several Kevin Smith characters, and we're forgetting one guy playing a really important character.
Yeah, I can't remember the guy.
It's Kevin Conroy.
No, I don't think it was Kevin Conroy.
Maybe
It was somebody else, but he was the guy that they were mentioning in the article was playing Cringer. But I don't remember. They were like, "Oh, it makes sense that this guy's playing Cringer."
Yeah. Either way you look at it, when you look at the cast for, and I'll put a link below or something. But when you look at the cast and knowing that it's a Kevin Smith project and he's,
Okay.
but when you
Hey,
look,
dog, you wearing Reebok underwear? Because when you stood up and showed me your crack, I saw Reebok
I actually
underwear.
am. They're silky.
You got that Kmart.
They're silky too.
Super
the only
K.
problem with these underwear, dude, is they don't have a door in the front. So when I go to the bathroom, I actually have to unbuckle my pants. When usually I just zip up my fly and just pull it out.
Now you know you can't go to our pickup game with that Reebok.
But I feel like a bicycler when I wear them.
You
I
Lance.
feel like a sexy bicycler.
you got one ball. Lance Armstrong.
When you look at the cast list and you see these Kevin Smith favorites and you see the talent that's on there, and knowing that Kevin Smith's directing, it's really fucking exciting. So definitely check that out.
Yep.
It makes me interested to watch it in the night in my Reebok underwear.
So by the way, and you know, again, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be in the same stylization as the Castlevania. They're making it like an anime, which I think is perfect. I think that's yeah. Did you not like? It was like I think the director or the stylization. They're going for the Castlevania Netflix special they did.
You like that? You'd rather them do that than go full nostalgia, just brighten up.
Well, they can't do it because I think they want to make a more serious take on it because I think Masters of the Universe, while it is a kid's show from the 80s and it was basically built to sell toys. Everybody knows that. That's literally how they sold the toys.
dope-ass toys,
Fucking
though.
Mattel knew it. But they also made sexual innuendos all the time, like a Ram Man. They knew what they were doing. But I think that the story itself lends itself to make it kind of a serious. I don't know. I don't know how Kevin Smith's going to make it, but I think that Kevin Smith's got some good ideas, and I want to see where he goes with it because it's going to be a movie.
I'm hoping he puts.
Is it going to be a movie or
shit.
is it a series though?
I don't know. I forgot.
I did too. But it's going to be something, and it's going to be cool.
Yeah. So check that out
Okay.
at night
Right in your butt.
in the butt.
Feel good.
It's Valentine's.
Shepherd's dog.
Everybody. Beer taste test.
Okay.
Let's do it. I got this today. It's called Enter Night. Enter Night. Sexy light.
Breath gonna stink tomorrow.
That's what they should call the light version.
What?
Enter Night Sexy Light.
I like it.
Sexy light.
That'd be the flavor for Labor Day.
Yeah. Apparently, I saw that they serve this at Metallica's concerts.
It looks like it.
It's a stone. Yeah, it's a stone. Look at that can, dude. That's fucking dope.
Oh, yeah. So we're Satanists on this channel.
One time I had a coffee cup that had like a symbol on it or whatever, and someone's like, I'm not supporting this channel anymore, they're Satanists.
Goddamn Satanists.
Let's see what this
Charles
is.
Manson buttluckers. Liquors is what I meant, but I said luckers.
Look, it says, yeah, in collaboration with Metallica. So Metallica collaborated with Stone, and they made this.
Go ahead.
And here we are.
Does it taste like Napster's tears? Is it good? I'll go for a second dive. One suck's not gonna do it.
It's pretty good, man.
So, no.
It's not heavy.
Oh, dude, that's heavy.
Dude, it's not heavy.
That's
it's
heavy.
a Pilsner. It's got a little hoppy up front taste, but the back end is kind of like
I ain't drinking
normal
biscuits.
beerish.
I ain't drinking biscuits.
Pilsners. This ain't no biscuit. Go on, take it in there. He only drinks Michelob Ultra. He can't drink other beer. I fucking love it.
Master! That's what, like, see, that's a fucking pirate. That's what it makes you want to do. Master!
You want to go for a second?
Yes, I do.
Take it down.
God, dude, it tastes like I'm drinking, like, you know, when you burn shit in the farm and you, like, if you ate the mulch.
You flush it out. You flush it out.
Yeah, you do.
Sane anger around my neck. He never gets respect.
No, let me taste for a second. Okay, it's 50% whining in a band meeting about no one inviting them to write songs together.
Some kind
no
of
more
monster.
secret songs. And Napster tears. Yes, it's perfect. No, it might be good if you like that shit. I don't, oh god damn, that's heavy though.
It's not heavy, man.
Well, I'm not used to stuff like that, but that would fuck me up. At
Yeah,
two
like
of
if you're
those.
just like a Bud Light drinker, this would be a little bit heavy. But
If you drank 3 of those though, if you chug 3,
no, it's only
no, if you chug 3, you'd be wasted.
no, dude. It's only 5.7% alcohol. What is your Michelob Ultra there?
The Superior Light Beer is 4.2.
So it's only a percentage and a half.
That's what,
more.
dude. That's not like the same thing. That's a lot.
Nah,
That's not like we're only.
dude. Me and Katie were at a brewery the other day, and they had beers that were like 10.0.
Dude, you'd be that guy that if we didn't have cell phones with GPS on it, you'd be like, dude, we're only like 5 centimeters away from like fucking Idaho. We'd be in Kentucky.
We're gonna have to make this a weekly thing. I'm gonna have to get a new beer and make you try it because I like your pain.
I don't like it.
You hate to see it.
I don't. I like it. All right, so here we're gonna go busting ghosts. All right, so we're gonna talk about some new movies that popped up out of the crack this week. I didn't get a chance to see any of them.
Like fucking Gophers. Like shitty fucking
But
Gophers.
Mike did. Mike took a train express to Sega.
Yeah, okay, so first off,
Sega.
neither of us saw Fantasy Island because it was yet another Blumhouse PG-13 film. I don't know why they're doing this or what they're trying to gain for but
It looked like trash.
yeah, it didn't look good to me, and then they said it was going to be PG-13, and I thought the trailers looked like shit, and it turned out I was right not to see it because it's getting shit on hard. Rotten Tomatoes has it as a 12% rotten. Out of all the
that's
reviews,
pretty
there was
bad.
only 2 or 3 positive out of a shitload of reviews.
But then
Apparently-
again, you can't always trust Rotten Tomatoes. I mean, there's
No.
been like some decent flicks out there that we've went and seen, and Rotten Tomatoes hate. Well, actually, Rotten Tomatoes gave Joker 68% fresh, and it's a fucking 90-something on user reviews.
But they also gave that 2016 Ghostbusters positive because a lot of people were trying to push, a certain thing that they wanted to push. This is how I handle Rotten Tomatoes, okay? If I see a movie
Carefully.
and it yeah,
You never handle Rotten Tomatoes like just willy-nilly.
like a timid wiener. But
Oh, please hurry up, wake up. I gotta have sex with this woman. Why do you got whiskey dick?
sensitive. I
You got
can't, motherfucker.
whiskey dick.
But no, if I see a movie and I see a trailer and it's a movie I want to see, I don't give a shit what the critics say about it. I'm gonna go see it. But if I see a movie and I think it looks like ass, and then I see the critics reports and they're like, it looks like ass for the exact same reasons I thought it was gonna look like ass, then I probably won't spend my money.
Then everybody's
to see
got
it.
ass.
Everyone has ass.
Smells like ass.
You never go ass to mouth.
Never do it.
But I did see Sonic, and it was everything I hoped it would be. Jay,
Was it good?
It was good. So I used to teach at daycares. This is very upsetting for many mothers to hear across
Who
the nation.
hired you?
But I grew up because my mom worked in a daycare, so I worked in a daycare when I was like 15.
Likely story, Dahmer.
And then, one of my favorite parts was movie time. I fucking love that job. It was fun because I got to hang out with like the 4-year-olds and like the older kids, and it was a blasty blast. They called me Mikey. It was fun. But They had movie time. They had this plethora of old VHS movies where it's like The Sandlot and
Did you have an hour corner where I hang in with Mikey?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Oh.
No, but it was fun as shit. I got to like play basketball with them, so I could just like swat the shit out of their shots.
You're
I
like
felt like
kicking them?
Shaq. Yeah, it was great. No, I was actually really good at that job. But anyway, aside the point, they would have movie time, and one of my favorite things would be there was these certain like G-rated movies, had to be G, maybe PG at the most, that you could watch. I think The Sandlot was actually too much, but they had that one. But anyways, there were certain movies like The Buttercream Gang that you would like enjoy putting in and watching. It's like it's not necessarily a good movie. You wouldn't call it a good movie, but it's just like a fun, wholesome time, and that's kind of what Sonic was.
So you definitely played 9.5 weeks.
What's that?
That's like light porn.
I watched Kids because I thought it was for kids.
9.5 weeks, dog.
But no, the reason I wanted to see this movie, and I wouldn't have checked it out otherwise, honestly, is because of Jim Carrey. Because we're both huge fucking Jim Carrey fans.
Yeah.
I think he's the funniest person that's ever lived, and my daughter was asking about him the other day, and that's exactly how I said it to her. I was like, well, Jim Carrey is the funniest person that's ever graced the earth, and that's actually written in the Bible. Jesus said that.
It's in Genesis
he made it so.
Chapter 8.
I love Jim Carrey, and the best Jim Carrey is crazy fucking Jim Carrey, where he's just off the wall doing crazy shit, which is most of the time Jim Carrey. And I went to see it just for his take on Dr. Robotnik, just to watch him be crazy. Because one of my favorite things in the movie and in the trailers, when that dude like he's dancing, and he's doing his fucking like hump dance or whatever. The guy pops up with a latte, and he's like, because he's supposed to be like a hardcore villain. He's like, I made you a goat milk steam latte, and he's like, would you like one? He's like, of course I would. I love the way you make them. It's fucking dude. It's Ace Ventura, The Mask, Dumb and Dumber, Jim Carrey on steroids, and it was so cool to see Jim Carrey just have fun. And
did they follow the game?
What?
There's no plot.
They showed,
not really. I mean,
well, they showed Sega at the beginning, but they never did that. Sega. They never did that.
Well, okay, well, yeah.
It just showed it.
And then also, there's a little bit of controversy that was brewing around that movie, because you guys remember when the first trailer was released and it looked like a fucking abomination from hell, and it was terrible looking, so the director heard about this. He's like, we'll take it back to the cutting room floor. You gotta listen to the fans. We'll give them what they want, and they redesigned it, and it looks fucking good. Like, they was like, oh, okay, that's what we want to see. And then a lot of people were like, well, isn't the artist's vision, like the way that they portrayed him first, aren't they like, that should be their thing, and it shouldn't be like little whiny ass pissy fans that don't get their way? It's like, no, because the ones that pay the fucking ticket money is the ones that you want to impress, and it wasn't impressive. It looked like shit. Yeah. It looked terrible, and the director did a good thing. That I approved it. Like, I was like, man, that's a good thing. Like, yeah, I mean, of course, it was shitty to know that your vision or your product wasn't received that well, and you had to go back and make some tweaks and changes to it. But once you did, and you listened to the fans, you're like, hey, this is who we're making the movie for anyway. Let's go ahead and do that. Because what would happen is that these people that are fucking morons, that are trigger happy on tweets, on the tweeters, they want to go out there and say, well, the artist's vision and it should have been left alone and this or that. The problem with that is, the argument here is that, fine, you let them have their way, and they don't change shit, and they're like, the little peons don't know anything. They release the movie, and it does dog shit because the design looks terrible, nobody can get behind it, and whatever. And then, the studio says, well, we can't make any money at this, we can't do anything with this, so they pull the plug on any future franchise or any future sequel movies. Yeah. By redesigning it and making it, appealing to the Sega fans, they're like, hey man, this is fucking good. That's A+ on you, sir.
Yeah, they did. I thought it looked good. I thought the graphics of the movie were good. Again, I went to see it for Jim Carrey, and I got the Jim Carrey I wanted to. I could have always used more of him, but there's enough of him in there. There was some really belly laugh Jim Carrey moments in the movie, and that's exactly what I wanted from it. Sonic was likable. Actually, what I really enjoyed was James Marsden plays the best friend, the guy character, and like the Curious George thing.
Curious George.
He's going
to the jury.
He plays the normal character or whatever, and he's a super nice guy. And I also think James Marsden's underrated as an actor. I don't think he gets
that guy,
man.
That
he's
guy,
a great Cyclops.
Yeah, oh dude, yeah, and they fucked him so bad on that fucking
Pass
role.
Through, Logan.
Oh my god,
I grew a beard.
He could have been. He could have been like the epitome of Cyclops, and unfortunately, Bryan Singer was in the pools too much.
Dude, I cannot.
Boys.
I can't. Oh fuck! Shit.
He's okay. It's all in the books. It's all in the books.
I'm still so pissed that we never.
You sound like fucking the Killer Clowns from Mars. Cotton candy.
But I can't believe we never got the X-Men animated series version of Cyclops with the blue with the yellow belt going
Dude, it
across.
would've been great. I imagine this though. Not like maybe when Marvel, well, Marvel has it now. When they reboot it, it'll be like. I
don't know where there you go. There you go.
Well, that's how it starts.
Notes. Yeah.
But imagine if they did that with the classic costumes.
Yeah.
Well, and they even made fun of it in the original X-Men. We're getting way off topic, but he's like, what would you prefer, yellow spandex?
There's not a lot to talk about with Sonic, though, except for that.
Did he get rings?
It was good. Yeah, he had rings, and he would use them as portals.
Really?
Like, he would throw the ring, and he can go into different worlds. And
Did he eat
that's
onion
why the
rings, too?
One ring to rule them all. But no, he looked good. The graphics looked good. It was a fun movie. It was a kids movie, and it brought for kids what I think you would want it to bring to kids. It was cool to watch him go ham a couple times, and it was the only thing that I'll take away from this movie. Honestly, I didn't expect much of it, honestly, and I'll give it a 7.0. I thought it was good, and I love the Jim Carrey stuff. Didn't expect much going in.
Did it leave room for sequels?
Yeah. Yeah. So, and they could do that if they want to. I don't know. I think it's doing pretty well at the box office. I don't know. But the only knock I have against the movie, in all seriousness, is they totally ripped off Quicksilver in X-Men. They did the thing where and they did it like 4 times, where everything would slow down and he would just jump around and like move stuff out of the way.
Oh yeah,
and all that.
Well, that's a cool ass scene. I mean, if you're gonna copy somebody,
but they
have Sweet Dreams are made of this.
No, they didn't do that. But there's a bar scene that's pretty funny that happens in a bar fight, and he goes around and just fucks with everybody. But it was so straight up a rip off of that, and they did it so many times. I was like, come on, guys, be a little bit more original. But no, I give it a 7.0 because if you go see it or maybe if you rent it, probably for the best. If you just want that awesome off the hook Jim Carrey that's just having fun and having a good time, it's worth it for that alone. Trust me.
Cool beans.
And that brings us into something I want to talk about really quick. How do you rank Jim Carrey? Not his best movies.
Just like the funniest.
His funniest movies. Like, how do you rank him?
I mean, that's really hard though because that's a loaded gun here, Jim, and I'm not ready yet. We're playing Russian roulette. Oh, fucking Night of the Sentinels.
I think number one's got to be Ace Ventura.
Yeah, it's got to be. But see, yeah, Ace Ventura number 1. But then again, no. Okay, Ace Ventura.
Let's put 2 and 1 together as one.
Okay,
I don't want to compare.
I would go with Ace Ventura, but then okay, where do you feel with Ace Ventura with Liar Liar and The Mask?
Oh, Liar Liar is so good.
Isotoners.
I want to talk those things like sugar.
Let's not rank them. How about we just throw in the...
No, I want to rank them.
Well, we can't.
I want to.
Take too fucking long.
Number 1 is the Ace Venturas because I think that was...
Both of them?
Both of them. Put them together.
Yeah, okay.
One performance.
One package.
Number 2, I gotta go, dude.
Peanut? Yes, I have some right here. They're carry-on, but they're bulky, but I consider they're carry-on.
I gotta go Dumb and Dumber, I think.
But that's more Jeff Daniels with him, too. Jeff Daniels was hilarious.
That's why I put Ace Ventura above it, but he still was great.
But Liar Liar?
I put Dumb and Dumber above Liar Liar, yeah, as performance-wise goes. And then... Honestly, dude, I love Liar Liar. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. I would put Cable Guy at number 3.
That's a weird one. That's a quirky one. Like, I liked it. It was really outside the norm.
But he had some great soft peanut.
No, it was good. It was just he was weird. Like I think that like to me the funniest performances that he's ever done. Like especially where it like embodies like Jim Carrey. Like he is a cartoon character come to life. It would be Ace Ventura, both of them in one. Then it would be The Mask. Because again, like I think that's just playing to his strengths.
I get it.
He's a weird character. Like he's a cartoon character.
I'm not a Mask fan.
I loved it, dude.
I like The Mask. Like I love the movie. I like The Mask and his performance.
They call me Cuban Bit.
Thanks to the rumba beat, but it's not.
Chicka boom, chicka boom, chicka.
There was something evil, and I know The Mask is supposed to be.
It's supposed to be,
but
yeah.
there was something evil underneath it that, like, it was so cartoony mixed with such evil on the other side.
I think that
I could never get into it like I did his other movies.
It was weird that, like, if they had gone that direction though, because The Mask itself, the comic book was the graphic novel was fucking dark. Jim Carrey wanted to do darker films. I wonder if that would have been appealing to him to make like his comedy mixed with like dark, black humor in it. Yeah. I don't know, but yeah, I would go with The Mask, and then my third would be Liar Liar. I just think that he's like, hey Fletcher, what's up? He's like, you're cholesterol fatty, keep on walking, or dead man walking.
Baseball stuff.
It's like baseball stuff. It's like the goddamn pit is blue.
I'd have got him 10.
And I was like, your jugs are huge. I want to suck them. He's like, I'm taking this. He's sucking like a Mexican turkey. Yeah, I still do that to say. He's like, how much is that? $240. He's like, I don't even sleep at night.
Honestly, dude, the more we're talking about it, I think I wasn't giving enough credit. I will put Liar Liar above Cable Guy.
But I will. But on my
think you're right.
on my fourth though, as funniest, I gotta put the Cable Guy in there. That was fucking. It was weird. It was funny. He was like, it's just gun stupid. It's just gun. You know that little thing that gets right there.
Oh, Billy.
Almost boogered out that too because he was like that part where, like he gets in a fight with Matthew Broderick and he punches him. He's like, "You fixed my lisp," and then he's just like, "You son of a bitch." And then
Like, when he finds out that it was a hooker, he was like, everything was going so good. He's like, I made scramby eggs. He's like, get out of my apartment right now.
Yeah, like, well, now we gotta go back to Liar Liar. He's like, I have unpaid parking tickets. Oh man, it's so good. He's like, he goes, my teacher says the beauty's on the inside. That's just something ugly people say. He's like, oh, I should have said that. Yeah, the Liar Liar, they do, yeah. And then honestly, so it'd be Cable Guy. No, actually, it'd be Dumb and Dumber, then Cable Guy as my fifth.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. So we got Ace Ventura. Number 2 was Dumb and Dumber for me. Number 3 was it's gonna be Liar Liar.
Yeah.
Number 4, Cable Guy. Number 5.
Yes, man.
I think it's
That's a good
Yes
one,
Man's
too.
underrated as fuck when he puts that tape. It's like,
Oh, dude, Me, Myself, and Irene.
oh fuck, that's a great one too,
That's
man.
hilarious as fuck, dude. I don't know. Like,
God.
you say it takes more time to prepare. But you said with your 5 though.
Yeah,
you gotta stick
I
with your
did.
5. So so that's my 5. My 5 were the Ace Ventura package deal, The Mask, Liar Liar, Dumb and Dumber, and then the Cable Guy.
Yeah.
But dude, Me, Myself, and Irene is fucking.
Yeah.
It's so good. Yeah, I can't believe you would pick Yes Man over Me, Myself, and Irene.
I didn't mean to.
How
Jay.
did you forget?
I forgot. How could you forget it? I forgot about
God
Me,
damn.
Myself,
And
Irene.
you know his classic when he was early on, Once Bitten. That's a great fucking movie too. That's
Well,
an
and
amazing
also we're
movie.
not again we're talking about best comedic performances. And not best movies.
Or
Eternal
you-
Sunshine of the Spotless Mind is fucking amazing.
Or you belly laugh and fart in front of people and you don't mean to.
I don't even mind watching him in the number 23. You know, like I just love Jim Carrey so fucking much. I'll watch him anything. But yeah, okay. So moving on. So Sonic was good. I'd say go see it if you want to see a crazy Jim Carrey performance, or if you want to take your kid to see a movie that you'll enjoy watching too. Definitely
I've had
go see it. I'm recovering from a bad sexual episode I had.
Well,
last
you're
night.
young, it'll happen.
But
Do you remember he was like... He's like, my case is simply this.
I'm kicking my own ass. Do you mind? He's like a pedantic bastard. Oh, dude, Fun with Dick and Jane.
Oh,
Fuck,
there's
that's
so
a
many
great
good
one
ones.
too. God
I'm a
damn.
bad father.
Oh wait,
I am a bad father. No, you're not.
Where the kids is like deleted. But then Fun with Dick and Jane, dude, when he found out he was going to be indicted, and he just ran around the house like mad. He was like, "I'm going to be indicted." And then when he stood on the table, and he was like, "I'm a corporate puppet."
He's like, I'm still thinking Liar Liar when he was up there because fucking Jennifer Tilly was in it too. He's like, saddle, 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 saddle.
It's like 1 man, 7 men. Yeah, whatever. Hit me again, Ike. I love this movie
Oh
so
man, we
much,
could quote that forever, but
Yeah, Jim Carrey, he's the funniest man that's ever existed, and I'll fight you if you say different. But okay, so moving on real quick. How much? I want to make sure we're not running out of battery. Okay, we're gonna be okay.
Okay.
We're gonna be.
It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be okay.
All right, so next up we have a review for our Patreon sponsor. So we're gonna give Nicole a real quick Patreon salute.
Yeah.
And we're gonna review her choice, which was American Mary. You guys haven't heard of this?
That's a fucked up movie.
It's on Tubi TV for free right now. It's one of those free.
Whoever, you know what? It's true what they say. Med school can be killer. It's a terrible joke, but yeah, it's true. It's
Fucked
weird. I don't want to spoil it because it feels like one of those movies that like it was like by the wayside kind of thing. Like nobody really talked about.
I never heard of it.
Yeah, I'd seen the poster for it because fucking that girl's hot as hell. Like,
Why are you lying?
Ooh, the goddamn bit is blue.
I love the way you make them.
You're welcome. But Ginger Snaps, Ginger Snaps fame, the girl that played in that one, the red hair girl, is the main girl in this. It's a really fucked up. I don't know, torture porn, but
Kind of.
it has a kind of like idea, like it's got a revenge. It's definitely got a revenge plot going through it, and it feels like I spit on your grave with like torture porn.
Yeah, it feels like American Psycho, directed by Takashi Miike, kind of. And it's directed by the Soska sisters, who just did a remake of Rabid, by the way. But
I don't want to spoil it because it's a really good movie.
We'll go
like,
spoiler free with this one because I agree with you, dude.
Yeah, it's a really. I want people to see it because,
Yeah.
and like you know, the thing is, the first thing I noticed, like while I was watching, I was like, oh shit, had to touch the honey. Oh. But then you're like, oh shit. When you're watching it, you're like, damn, that's fucking. That's dark. But you don't see, you don't go, it doesn't get too graphic on it. Like I was afraid that it was gonna get like fucking, like nasty. Like,
Real nasty.
what's that one, a Serbian film. Like it was gonna get fucking gross.
Yeah.
Like they were gonna show too much. I'm like, I can't watch it. I can't see this. I got SpaghettiOs I gotta eat.
Don't touch my spaghetti! Yeah, but a quick plot real quick. So there's a girl, and she's kind of emo and goth already. She's a little on the dark side, but she's working her way through med school to become a surgeon. And she's having money issues, and she's got this asshole fucking professor who's like, don't fuck up, don't fuck up. He's such a dick to her, he's horrible to her. But she's really good at what she does, and she really loves what she does. But basically, one thing leads to another.
You can't give that part away.
Yeah, I won't.
You gotta be careful with it.
She needs extra money, so she goes to a strip club.
She finds Betty Boop.
Yeah, to try to
Literally.
make some extra money. But while she's there interviewing, they need her assistance for something illegal because he knows that she's a surgeon. So they give her a large amount of money for that, and she does a good job fixing the dude up. And the next thing you know, these fucking people with these crazy fucking requests, like this one girl wants to be made into a doll. She wants to have her shit cut off.
Dude.
Everything cut off. And then
It's like you can take out the bits too, and you see that shit slopping
you
on
see
the
it
ground.
fall on the ground.
Oh!
You see pieces of vagina fall on the ground.
And there's trauma in the ER.
And the foot, it's like kibbles and
Get her a
shit.
mop.
It's awful. But that's
I can't do it. That was too much. Because a year ago,
yeah. She becomes in a way like the mob's, and they're not the mob, but she becomes the mob's version of a surgeon. So like people who want some crazy body modifications done that no working surgeon will do for them, they start to go to her, and
Yeah.
she starts getting entwined with this world. Then something fucking crazy happens, and then it becomes a revenge
That's
type
when it got
story.
weird, though.
And exactly
Yeah.
when people were starting to come to her for like crazy shit.
Well, that
and they
was
were-
fine.
That was awesome.
that was great. And
I was fucking
I was
in.
like, this is something different, and I'm down for it because you know she deserved it. And then when it got to the point where like the revenge plot kind of picked in, or
Yeah.
like, well, not the revenge plot, but the other kind of there's two revenge plots going on. There's too much revenges. One revenge of the Simpsons.
Revenge of the Action movie.
Revenge of everything. Oh, check that out too. You think you couldn't get enough vengeance? But we also use on our YouTube channel, Revenge of the Action Movie, little pieces of the gun that killed the Wham. But no. But yeah. So, but the other part of the revenge story that comes in toward the second half of the film, it's just too much. Like I don't know. Like, and it feels like it's so rushed in. Like
Yeah.
because it feels like when that part happened, it just felt like. I don't know what else to do.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's like, because you can, like, honestly, what I would have done is I probably would have let her have a different ending. Like, I think that I would have gone in a way that was like, yeah, I feel like this can go this way because it makes sense, rather than just rush it to, like, closure.
Yeah. I think
Because that's what I feel like. Is like, I feel like they wanted to close it because it's like, let's just close it.
I think they honestly, and I really think that they were really going for this American Psycho feel that they had. Because the first half of the movie starts out as just like a really interesting plunge into this dark world and really fucked up stuff. And again, the gore, it's some of it is so fucking off-putting, and they shot it amazingly. Like that one scene we were talking about where you could see certain parts but not other parts. The way that they shoot.
I was like, I can't get behind you on this one, Jim.
Oh shit!
I couldn't even hear it because it was so nasty.
Oh.
I muted that shit when on fucking subtitles. Like I would watch it like this.
Dude, when it hit the floor.
But even when I saw it, I go. It was,
oh god!
but I was like, yeah, Chef Boyardee.
They even had, the name of the movie, American Mary, the cover, the white backdrop. They're really going.
You know
for
why they did American Mary?
No.
Because
they're a French Mary?
Yes, well, there was a British Mary. No, because I think it was. I'm not 100%. I'm assuming, but because that one girl that wanted to look like a doll aesthetically.
Yeah.
Aren't they called American dolls or something like that?
Yeah, I think that came later though.
No, I think it was before.
But-
It's like, you just don't get it, do you?
I think
You just don't get it. Shh.
I think they had their stop, but I think they had their own original movie going really well up until about the half point of this, and I think it was going really well and it was really original and I was super interested and also freaked out without
Put off.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm not gonna have
Dude.
sex for a week.
Yeah, dude, there was some
For 2 days.
gnarls Barkley, but this dive into the deep underworld body modification almost had an 8mm feel to it at certain points. I was super interested into the story, and then it felt like they made a purposeful pivot to do the American Psycho thing, and it became a biopic halfway through, and it was all about like her story, just her story, and it was about like it was almost like an origin story in a way, just like what they did with Christian Bale and American Psycho. It went that route with just crazy off the hill stuff, and there's even a detective, and there's a lot of similarities.
Well, that didn't even go anywhere. Like that was the thing. Like they would introduce characters in the second part of the film that like I know why they have to be there for, but it really isn't adding anything to the plot. And I think that the characters that suffered for it, I think I wanted to see more of Lance. Like Lance was fucking cool, man. It's like shrimp and titties, shrimp and titties. Like and then there's one moment, I don't want to give it away, but he's talking to her, and he's just the enforcer, but he's talking to her about the story about his mother and about this bastard that broke into his mother's house, and the way that he tells his story. And the way that he's like, don't you ever fucking feel bad about this? I loved it, dude. I was like, that guy is underrated as fuck as an actor. Like, dude, he looked like Danny Trejo on Serotonin. Like, he was like fucking, like, and he had like, dude, he was a good actor though. Like, he fit that role, and I was like, man, I wanted to know more about him. I want more concentration on there. But also, the owner of the strip club that she goes and works for.
That whole story.
It was kind of like whatever, but the guy,
he was good though.
He was great. The guy that owned it. By the way, this strip club is one of the most skankiest strip clubs I've ever seen in my life. They got shrimp and titties for one thing. 2, it looked like a Texas Roadhouse that had been renovated to make a strip club. And 3, that guy looked like Oscar Isaac fucked goddamn Johnny Knoxville and had a cocaine baby.
No, dude, he
looked like Johnny Knoxville mixed with Oscar Isaac. That reminds me of the 2 guys that he was.
He looked like the main dude from Empire Records.
He did.
Katie, what's that guy's name? She's not even there.
She's gone.
The main guy from Empire Records with the long hair that's like, I don't have to explain my art to you, Warren. Looked at TJ.
And he wasn't bad at all. Like he was a good actor. But again, that whole situation, and plus you got the Cenobite twins. Like I don't know.
Those are the directors of the movie, by the way.
Well, they look like Cenobite twins.
Yeah.
They do like some weird gnarly shit too. And honestly, toward the second half of the film, I thought they were going to be the ones behind a lot of it.
Yeah.
Because they didn't like the way, because you didn't get to see the full on transformation.
I thought the same
I saw
thing.
the picture. I'm like, that looks like a goddamn Blair Witch Project that like listened to Kiss.
Yeah, I was enjoying watching this girl thrown into this underground world of this crazy shit, and all of a sudden they wanted to make her Super Shredder. I was like,
I feel like that. Well, yeah, and it also felt like because when it started off. And she goes through some trauma and things happen, and I know that would immediately change her whole persona and her whole outlook on life, and so she embraces, this new lifestyle. But I feel like it got it just shotgunned the fuck out in the second half. Like it's immediately like she's into it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, all right, you know what? because at first it makes sense because she's like, I gotta have money, I gotta do this for student loans because those student loans are fucking gangsters anyway. And she's doing this it makes sense. And you're like, I get it. But then they throw in weird shit like her Nana. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like, okay, well, that's the character, and I get that character, and I get where they're going, and then all of a sudden they're like, fucking shotgun blast, bitch, sex machine. And then it's like, she's into it now, and she's like, and dude, there's one part specifically, and it's not, well, I can't say, but there's a moment when she offers water to the detective, and she's gonna do something, and I'm like,
why would you even do that?
I was like, yeah, that makes zero sense, because you're gonna fuck yourself in the end, and and you've already got a good thing going. Like, why would you literally put yourself in that harm's way?
Honestly, there were several places they could have taken. I didn't mind the revenge storyline. Like up to that point, I didn't even mind that part.
No, it made sense.
When they diverted, now we're going to divert from the revenge storyline into a love story.
Yeah.
Like what was that shit?
That's the second time. There will not be a third. But no, I think that she was playing him. I think that she was pretty much like, I'm not interested in you and I never will be because I know where our relationship is. It's platonic. It's a business thing.
But then remember when she was talking to the girl.
That's true.
It was like you got caught at the wrong time.
That was weird. That part, I fucking hated that part, dude. Because why would you, like, so...
That's why I think they were trying to go to American Psycho.
Because
remember the bathroom scene where the guy's like, ugh.
You know what? I
have to return some videotapes.
I'm late to Blockbuster. I know you guys might disagree, but in a way, I feel like she was like an anti-hero.
Yeah.
You know what? In a way, like a fucking weird, fucked up anti-hero. Yes, true.
And then they turn into somebody who's too cool for school.
No, well, yeah, it's like, I already got my schooling done. Now it's time to fucking Freddy Kruegerson. But it was like, that was so weird, though. It was such a shift.
Dog the bounty holer.
I'm gonna scalp your fucking scalp. But no, it got to a point where it's like, all right, so you established the character that it should have been, the anti-hero, or the anti-hero, if you want to be whatever. But that, like, I was down for that. I'm like, I get this. Like, this is cool. Like, this is fucking awesome. It's kind of like a mafia story with like its own like twisting kind of.
But you gotta slow build that shit.
But then you go into like, she's just fucking Edward Scalpel Fingers, and she wants to cut everybody, and she's a bad guy. And,
you sir, too sir. How about a shave?
yeah, it's weird. like Edward Penis Hands. I have to scratch my ass. Did you see that meme? Anyway, sorry, it happens. But yeah, like I feel like the character arc that they were going with her, like they completely abandoned it in the second half. Like they were like, we don't like this. We'll just film what we really wanted to do from the very beginning, and fuck that shit, because we can't go back and film it because we don't have any money. But that's the problem. If they had stuck with the original idea of that character and kept it that way throughout the entire film, I think it would have been like a lot of people would. I'm not saying the movie's not classic. I mean, it is. It's got some good stuff.
Super good. Like
I'm not gonna say classic. It's a good movie, but
it's classic. It's classic underrated cult film. You can't even call it classic because this is the first time I've even heard about it. But it should probably be more of a known cult film.
I think that if they had stuck to their guns with the original idea, with the character and the story, maybe it would have been.
Even with its flaws, though, there was so much cool shit in the first half of this film, and you care enough that the second half of the film's not horrible, even though I didn't love it. That the movie
is it wrong that I got a boner every time she kills somebody? Show wing.
But ultimately, I think it ends up as a 7.5 as a movie because they had some amazing ideas. And watching this, no trailer, no nothing, just going in blind.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I found it weird, dude. Like as soon as I turned the movie on, it had me hooked. For 75% of the movie, I was totally hooked. I was like, oh shit. And I was actually like, I don't know what's going to happen next. Anything could happen. I could take my shirt off, baby oil.
I was afraid of what you'd done there, Missy, when you requested this movie. Because I totally was thinking, like, there's going to be some fucked up Antichrist moment where you get the genital shot and the cock, like, with the rock. That's how I say it. And you're
Cock with the rock?
The Antichrist, did you not? William Dafoe?
Oh yeah,
dude, they smashed
all I heard was cock with the rock.
Yeah, they smashed his wing. It's either with
Take
a rock.
off socks, but
Get on a rock. Yeah. So I didn't know, or Serbian film. I didn't know what you got. Like I didn't know what I was getting into. But overall,
some Crow vibes. Did you get some Crow vibes?
Nah.
I got a little American Psycho, a little bit of the Crow vibes in this movie. Maybe City of Angels.
No,
you go there with.
That's still good.
City of
Iggy Pop. I got Iggy Pop. I got Iggy Pop vibes.
I would take this over City of Angels.
Oh no, dude!
I don't love City. I gotta rewatch.
Yeah. You better be careful.
I got my goo.
Be careful. Go get yourself a sandwich and calm down. Maybe get a little piece of coffee, a little piece of crumb cake. It's a piece of crumb cake. No, I'll give the movie a 7.0. I liked it. I think it was cool. I think that if they had stuck with the original story, like I think they were trying to go for, I think it would be more well received. I think that it would have been a more well-rounded movie. The girl was great. Like she's a great actress. The characters were good. Like everybody did a really good job, honestly, in their parts. Even the freaks. And like, I mean, some people,
especially the freaks.
Some people are like, they ain't freaks, dude. You a freak? No, they're freaks. Okay, especially the girl that wanted to look like Betty Boop. And I even, dude, before I even knew that she was supposed to be Betty Boop, I said, "What the stretch mark Betty Boop is that?" And she's like, "I'm supposed to be Betty Boop." I'm like, "Oh, I was on the point."
I didn't. I was just like, "What the fuck?"
I did like the part. There's one part where the one girl wants to have she wants to anatomically look like a doll when she takes her clothes off.
Yeah.
Meaning sew her vagina shut. This is not giving this away. This is one part. But she
wait till you see it.
Yeah,
she
wants to literally take her nipple, look like a doll when she takes her shit off because she doesn't want to be a sexual object.
Yeah.
And her husband finds out. And I'm not gonna give anything else, but I always felt like when the husband sees that, he gets all fucking pissed. Like, you know that, because, you know, he's like, well, I guess we're going to go to the poop shoot because you didn't sew that up. Poop shoot boogie.
What the fuck is moviepoopshoot.com? Moviepoopshoot.com.
Moviepoopshoot.com is part of the internet. But anyway, yeah, it's a solid film though, and I'm really glad that you recommended it because again, I might have passing heard this. I might have maybe watched it a long time ago, and I definitely remember the cover art though. Like I definitely, she looks all sexy with her nurse's thing.
I got the cover art confused with American Psycho 2 with Mila Kunis.
Oh, I knew that one.
So that's why I was
She just has the knife doing this, but this bitch riding on
like a hook, actually.
She's riding on a syringe.
The Riddler.
Woo! But yeah, thank you a lot, and it was a great. But if you guys have never seen this film, definitely do yourself a favor and check it out. Like it's not like, and for you that are queasy like me and you're kind of like put off about like super
Genital
torture,
mutilation.
yeah,
They show some shit though.
They show some stuff, but it's not
gratuitous.
It's not bad. I mean,
It's not too gratuitous.
It's mostly what you hear.
It's a little gratuitous.
Huh?
It's a little gratuitous, but it's not too gratuitous. There was some shit, man.
No, there was some nasty stuff, but
Yeah.
it's more what you hear. It's not what you see.
It's what you hear.
And then there's also like Blade.
This ain't a motherfucking game.
I'm dirty. I get all the way down the garbage, but memorize the ticket picture, motherfucker. Write a book. I don't give a fuck.
Dun, 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 dun.
I was like, that was from Blaze. Like, yeah, I know.
I was thinking DMX.
I know. But the guy that it was from the Blade soundtrack. I don't know who he was, but anyway, check it out.
Yeah,
cool beans,
definitely
man.
See it. It's definitely a horror movie that you should see. It's definitely worth a watch. So, Nicole, one more time, we give you the Patreon.
Wing. Oh shit.
You fucked it up.
Oh, I forgot what he said. What do we watch, bitch?
It says here, you're a slut who doesn't deserve any dinner. Carry the two. Fuck you.
Did you talk to my mom?
Yes. What did you watch this week, Jay?
A lot of shit. I watched Star Wars. I watched all the Star Wars. I watched Solo for the first time ever.
So
And you know what? It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad.
Oh.
No, it really wasn't. The guy that played Solo,
Oh.
it was a boring story, no doubt. And Emilia Clarke couldn't act her way out of a dragon's butthole. But it was a deep. No, she's hot, but she's a terrible actress. But the guy that played Solo was good. Paul Bettany was a great bad guy, and Woody Harrelson rocked the shit out of it.
He always does.
White men can't jump, but I can shoot a fucking three-pointer. Don't you know? But he was good. He was great, and I also watched. April got she got Into Darkness or Heart of Darkness. Was it the documentary?
In Search of Darkness.
In Search of
the
Darkness.
80s doc.
Yes, I watched that too.
What do you give Solo?
Ooh. I mean, for the ending, I was thinking, and then it scared me. I'd give it a 6.5. It's not a bad movie. It really isn't a bad movie. And the guy, like the mannerisms, he's got them down. Like you don't really see Harrison Ford, but you kind of get the feel of Harrison Ford. Like he did a good job with the role. The story was just bad. But dude, there's a really cool ending. Like when the ultimate bad guy is
I think you can
revealed.
spoil it. It's big enough.
No.
You can spoil it.
It's on Netflix.
Do it.
Darth Maul. And I'm assuming it's Darth
Why'd
Maul.
you spoil it?
Well, fuck. You told me to. Now I'm fucking an asshole.
Piece of shit.
But anyway, Darth Maul's in it at the very end.
That's actually dope. We talked about this.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. Yeah, and then
cool. I do want to see.
In Search of Darkness was actually really, really well done.
Did you guys watch the whole thing?
Yeah.
It's like 3.5 hours.
4 hours.
Fuck.
It was fucking good though, man.
I can't wait to
Like
watch
it
it.
felt like it had the same vibe as the Nightmare on Elm Street documentary.
Never Sleep Again?
Never Sleep Again. It kind of had that vibe going for it, and like, dude, it's really well done. Dude, they go to each movie and like of the decade, and then they showcase that movie and they talk about it. They talk about the effects. They talk about the environment. They talk about what people were expecting and how they were able to do this and that. And do they have interviews with a lot of cool celebrities? Dude, motherfucking Alex Winter is on it.
Oh,
for
really?
Lost Boys.
Oh, that's dope.
And then they had motherfucking Dr. Chalice is on it too.
Tom Atkins?
Tom Atkins.
Yeah, I did know
Well,
that.
he was on there for Halloween 3, and then he was on there for Thrill Me. Night of the Comet?
Yeah,
was it Night of the Comet? No, it was it was the sorority. Oh my fuck, dude. Oh my god, we just reviewed it. Yeah.
I can't remember it either.
Shit. But dude, he said that was his favorite performance.
Your dates are here.
Dude, he said that was his favorite performance, hands down,
Right, it was pretty great,
of any
though.
character that he did. But yeah, dude, it's really well done, and they did a great job.
Night of the Creeps.
Night of the Creeps, yeah. And they did a really good job with that. And they talk about the effects. They talk about the best werewolf transformation, because it goes back between American Werewolf in London and The Howling.
Yeah.
And a really cool thing about it too is they talk about the video stores and how like how cool it was in the video store days, where like it was painted kind of on the cover art, because they're like, we know that we had to draw you in somehow, because everything nowadays, like, you know, Scream or those are great movies, or I Know What You Did Last Summer. Like, one lady was talking about, like, I guess she was a marketing somebody marketed or something like in the 80s. She was like, it just looks like they're, you know, they're very sullen, and they pose them in a way, and it looks like that. So you don't get the painted kind of covers anymore. And I think The Howling, the director's on there, I think he talks about it. He says that they had the image of, well, there's two different images where the claws are coming through like a curtain, and you see a woman screaming behind it. And then in Europe, there's a werewolf face. But he was like, it's werewolves and supernatural. But he was like, we wanted to draw people in because we wanted people to take a chance on it.
Did anybody throw in Fright Night and the transformation in that one?
No,
because that had a badass werewolf.
It did, but really, I mean, when they talk about werewolf transformations, it's between either American Werewolf in London or The Howling. And I gotta say, like, honestly, when you see the clips, though, dude, American Werewolf in London is fucking brutal and it's gross, but The Howling is really well done too, because that's like some good shit. But I don't know, man, it's a great documentary if you get a chance to check that out.
I haven't, I got it, I just haven't had a chance to watch it yet.
It's really, really fucking
What do you get?
Oh, that one's a 9.5.
Ooh,
like it's fucking good, dude. Because they go, and dude, it's not just that they go through like, and there were some movies I hadn't heard of before, and they were showcasing them. But you know, like those movies before, like they showcase them, and you're watching, and you're like, that looks really familiar. Like you get this feel, like familiar feel to it, and it might be one of those movies that you might have watched once, but it's just reminding you. It was really cool.
That's what I like about like Crystal Lake Memories and Never Sleep Again.
Well, they start from 1980 and they work their way down to 89.
Oh, that's dope, man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that really soon. Did you watch anything else? Piece of shit?
Oh yeah, I've been watching a lot of porn. It's called Coming Outside. It's called Come to Me Quietly, and then I also watched.
They don't even have those names anymore. If you look at porn now, it's horrific. It's horrific. You can't look at a porn without them being like, "Hey, I fucked my stepsister."
Well, no,
it's everybody's like familial fucking. It's like nobody's just having sex anymore.
Ghost in the cock. But no, yeah,
I take that.
I watched like I don't know. I don't really watch. I watched the Star Wars movies. Oh, I did watch The Karate Kid.
Oh,
I know for Revenge of the Action movie, but I've seen that movie so many fucking times. That movie is so good.
Well, we just did Sidekicks, so we got a while.
Yeah, but that movie's so good. Like, and I always cry at the end. It's like, Mr. Miyagi, we did it. He's like, and then like Mr. Miyagi always reminded me of like a little Yoda, an Asian man Yoda, because he was like, because he pushes him in the water.
I watched Brett Favre meet Mr. Miyagi on the sidelines once.
Dude, he's great. Pat Morita is fucking like, he's a treasure. And I really hate that he died, but dude, he's great. Karate Kid was awesome, and then I guess overall, like just watching YouTube videos, Reddit. I watched. I don't know if you guys ever see it. Like Reddit users ask celebrity encounters, and this like auto like
the autofill Google thing.
No, it's not autofill Google. It's like where like a robot voice talks in like people's experiences, and they just read off Reddit. But dude, there's some funny shit on there. They were talking about like, what's the biggest asshole celebrity you've ever met? Then this guy was like, I don't know if it's an asshole or just awesome. He's like, one time I was in New York and I saw this really good-looking guy walking towards me with sunglasses on and a really just a recognizable chin. And then all of a sudden I realized it was Bruce Campbell and he was walking towards me. So I had nothing to say, and I was starstruck, and I was like, hey, you're Bruce Campbell. And he's like, without missing a stride, he pulled his shades down just a bit, and without, like, again, breaking stride, and in the Bruce Campbell way, it was like, somebody's gotta be. And, and he's like, so is Bruce Campbell an asshole? Yes. Is he awesome? Fuck yeah.
That's the perfect explanation.
And then, there was other things like Jerry Seinfeld.
But wait, though, like, when you're listening to these, are you listening to these recounts in the robot voice?
Yeah, it's the robot voice.
So the whole time you gotta sit there and listen to this fucking robot be like, I saw Bruce Campbell coming down the street.
Yeah, but it's funny.
That sounds awful.
No, it's funny, because it's also how it enunciates certain things. Like, there was one, like, they were, what was it, PA. Well, if you're on a set and you're directing, PA would be...
A physical anomaly.
Yes, I can't remember.
Physician's assistant.
Yes, all of those things. But it doesn't know how to recognize it, so it says paw. Because one time I was working on a movie set and I was a paw, and moving, you got to get over that. But otherwise, the stories are great. There was one about Jerry Seinfeld, and somebody was like, Jerry Seinfeld was doing a show and he killed it. It was great. And I got off I was waiting behind. I waited for him and I was like, hey man, you did great on I love your stuff and you did great. And he was like, I'm aware. And people are like, that doesn't make him an asshole. That just falls in line with Jerry Seinfeld. He was like, yeah, I'm aware. I know I did good.
Yeah. And what's the deal with baby peanuts?
They should never give them to babies. But that's.
I don't think I could watch that, dude.
No, it was. But the stories were.
Scoot over,
The
by the way.
story
Make me uncomfortable.
The stories were what was good about it. So. Yeah. But what did you watch, bitch?
That's what I've been waiting for the world to ask.
I was hoping.
Thank you.
Thanks. Let's be bored into eternity.
That reminds me of a scene from Sonic where he's like, "Is that all you got?" And Jim Carrey's like, "No, but thank you for asking." He like shoots a missile at her, so it's great. But no, I watched. Dude, do you remember this movie? Charlie Sheen and a little celebrity who you had a run-in with
Hot
at
Shots.
Scarefest. No, no. Christy Swanson
Christy Swanson.
in The Chase.
Yeah,
You
dude,
remember that fucking movie?
is that the one where he kidnaps her and then they fall in love?
Yeah.
And she's trying to get back to her daddy, but then they, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
That's good. That's a great movie. That's a
Amazing
fucking great movie.
Amazing movie. It's on Amazon Prime because I was like, what's the best action movies on Amazon Prime? And I saw that and I was like, holy shit. The only thing I remembered about this movie from watching it as a kid was I was always mad because
Emilio didn't help him out.
that too, but I was mostly mad that Charlie Sheen was a bad guy. But now watching as an adult who's had the system fuck him over, as all of us adults have had the system fuck us over before, I realize as an adult now that he wasn't the bad guy, he was the good guy all along. The Chase is, dude, it's a 90s movie. When the movie starts out and it picks up from the fucking get,
It
man.
goes
The
hard.
second the movie starts, you got Charlie Sheen in a gas station buying a fucking Butterfinger. Next thing you know, two cops walk in and he's hiding his face. They notice who he is because they hear that a convict escaped or whatever. And
And then he picks up Buffy the fucking Vampire Slayer,
dude,
bro.
He grabs Christy Swanson, who, look, I know Christy Swanson today is Christy Swanson, but
She's so
Christy
hot.
Swanson in this movie is one of the most gorgeous human beings that has
She's
ever
a
walked.
total 10.
In this specific movie, Jesus Lord, but
She's hot, though.
so he grabs her and he kidnaps her with a Butterfinger bar. And he gets her in the car, and then they go on this high-speed chase, and Ray Wise is her dad.
Mm-hmm.
And then he finds out that her dad's like he's basically like Jeff Bezos or whatever of the world. And, dude, Henry Rollins plays one of the cops chasing him, and the fat dude from Jurassic Park
Oh, yeah,
is the other
See,
cop.
so nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Yeah, is the other cop. And that movie it's so good, man. For so long, it's so entertaining. And then, you know, you've got this dynamic between this girl who's this little rich girl who's had everything paid for her entire life, and Charlie Sheen, who's actually a really good dude. His character's a really good dude, but he just got a bad rap. He got, not framed, but he got wrongly accused of being an armed robber.
Thank God they filmed it back before Charlie Sheen was a big raging alcoholic, because otherwise, well, no, he was, but he was driving the car.
This is basically the origin story of Charlie Sheen. But the only
He's
thing
a
about
rock
this movie
star
is
from Mars.
it's amazing and it's so fun. It's so 90s. It's action packed. It's fucking awesome. It's such a great movie. I recommend it to anybody. I give it like
Yes.
honest to God, I give it an 8.5 out of 10. I got a what?
No, they saw me pour a root beer.
Oh, I thought you said you got to slow down. I was like, what do you mean? Quicksand's not
I
real.
was trying to do something secret, and it didn't work.
But it's such a fucking good movie,
review.
man. Classic 90s movie. You absolutely have to check it out if you've never seen it before. The ending's a little bit crazy and wild, but the only thing I have to talk about with this film is the sex scene that happens. Because there's a sex scene that happens where literally he's got, and this is back in the days when OJ chase scenes would happen,
Yeah.
and like you'd have a helicopter filming, and you'd be watching the news, and you'd be like, "Oh, honey, come look! There's a high-speed chase," and that's what they were doing. This was a high-speed chase going down the road, and she crawls over the seat. She's like, "This is probably the only chance we'll ever get." Ooh. She crawls over the seat, and they have sex for like 20 minutes while he's driving a car, a tiny car, like a Ferrari or a Porsche. I think it was a Porsche.
Yeah.
Driving a car, and they have this whole sex scene. It's the most unbelievable sex scene that I believe has ever graced film.
It's
There's
probably-
no way the semantics of that shit works at all.
No, it happened. Charlie Sheen probably did that for real, and he had a tape.
Dude.
He had a tape deck, and when he popped it in, when she was riding it, it was Panama.
Look, you give me
Fucking air. Oh my. Panama.
all I know is you said airhead, so all I can think is Johnny don't care
my
about the world as
gotta-
long as he can do his girl. Airheads.
No, it wasn't.
I don't know.
Who cares?
But anyways, you give me 20 minutes in a 7-Eleven parking lot, and I could probably figure out the semantics of that situation. But he's in the middle of a high-speed chase, and they have this full-on 20-minute sex scene, and they actually try to make it like romantic and dramatic. The camera pans down, the sun's rising, they're slowly grinding on each other. Henry Rollins is in the cop car behind him, like, why is this asshole swerving everywhere?
And he has a black flag, like antenna.
Fucking insane, man.
Van Halen.
Oh, okay.
That's who it was.
Might as well come.
Eddie Van Halen.
That's the song, right? Might as well come.
Might as well jump, but you can come too, at the same time.
Where?
when you're jumping and coming.
You ever jumped in game at the same
That
time?
was well,
I can't stop when I start. It stings.
in gym class. We were doing jumping jacks.
The chase is fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
I fucking love it. Definitely, guys, check that fucking movie out. We should do that for a Revenge of the Action movie one day.
Yeah.
But another movie I watched, because one of you awesome fucks sent the voodoo code for it, was DC animated film Batman vs. the Ninja Turtles.
Oh.
Dude, it's dope.
Tonight I dine on turtles.
But dude, the way and it's an animated film, but we all know DC
Was Shredder in it?
owns. Yeah, dude. Ooh. Shredder and Batman have a one-on-one, and Shredder has to use the super fucking old school, ancient. The punch that takes as much out of Shredder as it does out of Batman, but Batman's like down for the. It's fucking awesome, man. The way they did that.
Did
whole thing was
he
really
look
cool.
at Batman? He's like, you. Now I will finish what I began with the earth.
It was so true to the lore. Like all the characters were so fucking good, and when
Morocco,
when Shredder did super punch him, or whatever, Batman was like he couldn't move, but it took as much out of Shredder as it did Batman, and Shredder was like, "Don't mess with me again."
The weird thing about Shredder is, like, imagine if he was fighting Batman in this movie and he had like a Venom thing where he could become Super Shredder and fuck him up.
Well, that's kind of the stupid thing that they did was they tied the ooze and shit in with it. But the way they tied the whole story together was dope as fuck. Like the Turtles followed Shredder to Gotham because Shredder had a deal going with Ra's
was it like an
al Ghul.
alternate dimension that opened up so they could get into Gotham?
No, it wasn't that at all.
They're all connected?
Yeah, they're all. It's in the same universe. So the Turtles follow Shredder to Gotham to try to figure out what he's doing, and Shredder has a deal with Ra's al Ghul because he wants to take like the goo. The turtle goo, and use it on, and he uses it on Harley Quinn. He uses it on the Joker. The only dumb thing about it is he takes everybody in Arkham and turns them in like when they take the goo or whatever, it turns them into like rabid animals. So it's kind of cheesy.
I mean, was the animation? Did it look good?
Yeah, it was just like the turtles looked great. Batman looked great. He was voiced
the voice
great.
maxed up.
Yeah, it was Kevin Conroy. The whole thing, man. And it was really interesting because Batman at first is fighting the turtles, so you get to see Batman fight Shredder. You get to see Batman fight the turtles.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah, he would fight freaks.
And then the turtles swim to. They find the Bat Cave and they swim to it. He's like, how did you find this? And he's like, actually, dude, it was pretty easy. We just like swam here and stuff. And there's one point where Michelangelo's like, have some pizza, dude. And Batman's like, there's no time for pizza. It's fucking dope. Like I loved it. It was so good. If you're into DC animated films and you got
Forgiveness is divine, but never pay full price for late pizza.
And there's even some actually like. There's a little bit of violence.
By the way,
too.
it's weird on Shredder because, you know, in the original, first off, the TMNT comic books are way darker. Way fucking darker. They killed Shredder in the first fucking episode, or the first comic book. Leonardo either like decapitates him or like slices him. I mean, he dies quick.
Yeah.
And it's dark. It's brutal. But I always think it's funny, like, because Shredder is a badass. Like, Shredder is like on the level of martial art style and like fighting skill on the level of Batman.
Yeah.
And nobody ever.
That's what was so cool about that scene, man.
Well, so, like, nobody ever, like, well, who would win in a fight between, like, Batman versus Iron Fist or Batman versus Captain America? No one ever says Shredder. No, Shredder can hold his own.
You get to see it, man. You get to see it. I'll send you the voodoo code.
Okay.
You gotta watch that shit.
Oh, you already used it.
Well, I'll just give you my passwords.
I don't want it.
We'll share passwords.
No.
Because everybody sends us the voodoo codes, and we'll just share the password.
Okay.
And we both use the voodoo codes.
Well, you already touched it.
It'll be like ours, but it'll stay at my house.
Okay.
But actually, you can use it at your house because
That's like the subscribe button.
Anyway, God. But no. So the only other stuff I watched.
No, you didn't.
Listen, I did.
No, you didn't. I just saw what you fucking did.
Listen to me, you son of a bitch.
No, you didn't. Did you watch that?
But no. I told you about this. Katie and I are starting this this podcast, right? Where we're gonna do like. We'll put it up where you guys can find it or wherever. But Katie and I are doing this podcast where we're gonna watch like movies about shit that happens. Like, okay, so for the idea was, and we got busy and shit happened, and she got sick this week. But the idea was like, so for instance, like Valentine's Day, right? Mm-hmm. Like we were gonna have one episode of the podcast where we talk about like Valentine's Day horror movies.
Yeah.
And then the other episode of the podcast, like 2 podcasts a month, maybe we talk about like the true crime shit that happened on Valentine's Day. So it's like life meets fiction, life imitates art type thing, right? So we're watching all those movies. We didn't get to do it yet, but we were watching all those movies, all the Valentine's Day horror movies. So we watched My Bloody Valentine, 1981. We know about that one, right?
Yeah.
But I watched the My Bloody Valentine. I got my Valentine. Ain't no more here to get to.
Heart's bleeding.
My Bloody Valentine 3D, the remake.
I've never seen that.
Dude, it's fucking good.
Oh.
It's not good, but the gore is fucking crazy. And the movie's wild. It's entertaining as shit. Like I
always feel like My Bloody Valentine, though, the first one was good enough to be like left alone. You know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
it really didn't need anything else. I mean, yeah, you could update it and make it like, but
so for instance, I've seen that movie 4 times in the past 2 years, right?
what, the original or
The original.
Yeah.
And I've never seen this one. So watching this one was actually a fresh take, and it has Sam from
Regal.
LaFleur. It has Sam from Supernatural in it.
Oh.
So that was a big draw to it or whatever. He's one of the main characters. But it was actually like, I found it
For
like,
you or for her?
well, mostly for her,
Okay,
obviously.
yeah.
But no, the gore, dude, they really went hardcore on the gore in this movie. And the story ends up really fucking dumb at the end of it. And that's why I think it didn't do well. But it's entertaining. I'm going to get shit for this. I know I'm going to get shit for this. But I honestly found it more entertaining for me than the original. I'm not going to say it's a better movie because the story ends up really dumb.
I mean, I'd be like, you know, honestly, I don't know who would really give you shit for it because, like, the original was good. Like, I mean, I liked it, but like I said, I think it could have been left alone the way that it was,
Yeah.
and not really make any. But if you, it definitely lends itself to be updated. So if they updated it, I mean,
It's got
if you thought that was better, like it felt more in line with like what they were going for originally.
yeah, and dude, it's got comedy in it. It's got a bunch. It's a full on horror movie, man. There's a bunch of nudity and there's a bunch of really gory deaths and there's a bunch of black comedy in it. I had a good time watching. I know people shit on it, but I had a good time watching it. And the only other one that I watched was for that same reason we were going through this movies was a movie called Hospital Massacre, also known as X-Ray. It's like 70s or 80s.
I think it's called Medicare.
Dude, it's it's today's
Medicaid.
Today's debate.
Yes.
Healthcare. But no, it was an old ass slasher movie that was just weird as fuck, and I can barely even remember it now. But it was actually entertaining as shit because the killer was super fucking weird. But the movie was just it was super uber sexual, but like creepy uber sexual. I don't know if I'd even recommend checking it out. I don't know why I brought that one up because that was like 2 weeks
Massacred
ago.
a hospital.
He did, and it's basically it's a slasher in a hospital, but it's fucking weird. Like it makes you feel gooey. After
What does
you
he
watch
do?
it.
Does he put peanut butter on his penis and walk around?
I got peanut butter on my penis.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
one though. If you guys have seen Hospital Massacre or X-Ray, whichever one it's actually titled, let me know down below what you all thought. I thought it was weird as shit, but I can barely remember it for some reason. But yeah, that's all the shit I watched.
Well, that's great, man.
Yeah,
That's
up
cool.
top, high five. Dad's gonna be pissed.
Fuck it.
Shit. It's time
For an unboxing.
to unbox.
Okay. Well, we got some letters. over
Letters?
here. We just got a letter.
We got
just got a letter.
$5,000.
We just got a letter. Wonder who it's from.
So, what are you doing, the force? You dumb bitch. You don't get the force. Stop it. We're gonna do some unboxing shit. Alright? So, some of you Sega fans sent some stuff in. Michael, you're pantomiming. Look, watch this. I want to have sex with Donald Trump's hair. So now your secret's out. Your hair looks similar. So some of you second fans sent in some letters that you would like Michael and I to read. Goddamn you, Michael, they don't like you. They do this because they feel bad for you. You idiot. You like goldfish? You like him? You like sour? They're not in my pocket. Or is there? You don't get them until later. With your Prozac. So, what we got here is, Michael, I like this one. It says, Dr. Loomis and Judith Myers' douchebag little brother. You got the right one. He's sitting right here. Douchebag little pee in the bed brother. Because Michael does that still. Don't be mad, Michael. They want to know about you. I'm gonna open this up. Hope you didn't waste my time. Because if you did, and you're a girl, or if you're a boy, I'm gonna give you a phone number to Dr. Chalice, and he'll be at your house. With cheap roses and chocolates. So, you said, Dr. Loomis, you should get free Asian tea whenever you want for dealing with that asshole Michael Myers on a daily basis. I agree with you. I appreciate this. There should be a card for this. Michael, you are very difficult and I hate your ass. Also, I wanted to remind you to cancel Michael's Pornhub Premier account. Michael, you still got that? Don't do it again. You don't have the Premier account for gay sex on Pornhub. Stop it! I'm tired of getting the bills. What is that? You like the little wieners? Okay. Oh, this is for you, Mike. He says, Michael, ... Go fuck yourself. Take off that mask and suck on a tailpipe of a Volkswagen Beetle. You know that place girls don't like to screw in the back of it because it's uncomfortable. This man is the best in the world. Also, take a shower. Goddamn, I can smell you through YouTube. It's true. Michael smells like sardines in a can from 3 weeks ago mixed with Glade. That's been discontinued. Michael smells like a fart, and you have nothing else to use to cover the smell, so you use aerosol rave hairspray. Michael, you stink. You do. You smell like a tomb. You smell like a dirty, wet, garbage, juicy cat's grave. You smell like a cat butthole. Work on it. He also says, Maggie, P.S. Ben Tramer was a better you than you are. How does that even make any sense? Mike, no wonder Busta Rhymes beat that ass. Beat that ass off. Sean O'Brien. I'm gonna keep this and frame it. Put this here for now. Megan! Busta Rhyme! No! You don't that! You don't! Are we raping? Are you raping? You're raping! Don't touch me. I'm gonna call Busta Rhymes to repeat it. Ooh. The glow, Michael. Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy day. Saturday, slap in the face. Oh, I'm gonna do. Thanks, Sean O'Brien. You're a hero. If you want a job, contact me through Craigslist. We're always looking.
First letter from Darth Macchio, related to Ralph Macchio.
Darth Macchio. That's the cool.
Is it Macchio or Macchio? I don't know.
I like it either way. First name's Darth. That's a dope ass fucking first name.
I don't know if that's your real name. I call bullshit.
Oh, you can't. You got to do it the other way.
I call bullshit. I just ripped your letter.
You broke it.
No, I'm kidding. Okay. So there's something in here. Okay. Okay to read on air. We love it when you guys say that. Thank you so much. I love how you like bent it up like a constitution letter. Hey guys, been watching Wham for a few years now, and it has quickly become my favorite place to come to talk about that white-faced fucker and be with fellow horror fans and juvenile delinquents.
That's us.
I'm sending you a little something I thought might make a unique item for your collection if you don't already have it. Just the small things for all the time and work you guys put in to entertaining us all year. Peace symbol, all the best.
You did a good job reading that, Jay.
Thanks, man. I've been working a lot
Very
lately.
clear with your syllables.
Also, I didn't mention that I also was watching Rosetta Stone all week.
Oh, should have included that in the last portion of the video.
Rosetta Stone, no.
Rosetta Stone. That should be the theme. Rosetta Stone. Rosetta Stone.
This is Ike.
Yeah.
AKA Darth Macchio.
Ike.
Pronounced.
You got 3 cool names?
No, he's like, pronounced.
Fuck
Dude,
off.
I knew it. I said he's probably related to Ralph Macchio. He said pronounced Macchio like the Karate Kid actor, not Macchio or Macchio like a drink from Starbucks.
So wait, dude.
I only drink Asian tea.
Your name is Darth Macchio. And
No,
that's
Macchio.
Your name is
Bitch.
Darth Macchio.
He'll crane kick your fucking face.
And yet you go by Ike, which is equally as cool.
Yeah. He's Ike when he's normal, and you piss him off, he becomes Darth Machio, and he crane kicks you.
Some guys have all the luck.
So
What has he got in there?
So we got a Garbage Pail Kids masked Manny.
That's honestly creepy.
That's a sticker.
They're like, it looks like Michael, dude.
He wears that shit.
What the fuck? Dude, when you look deep into this, it's really fucked up. That guy looks like Spock. That guy looks like your grandmother. That guy looks like George Takei.
But she's black.
That guy looks like William Shatner, and it looks like Michael masked man. Holy shit, man, this is weird as shit.
That's cool though. The Garbage Pail Kids were always a weird little antithesis to.
Antithesis.
I like
antithesis.
That's not what that means.
Shut up.
They were always a weird thing to the Cabbage Patch Dolls.
I'm gonna make it cool again, Steven.
It's not so cool now.
It's dark. I can't make it show. Alright, fuck it. I'm gonna take a picture of it and put it up here right now.
You look like you're trying to get fucked by the guy that plays the saxophone in Lost Boys.
I still believe!
He would say that while he was doing it. So this is from Orlando Gomez. We got some voodoo codes here.
Orlando Gomez is a cool motherfucker.
So we got some voodoo codes. He says, "Hey, Wham."
Hey. Hey. You were so fast.
Yeah, because you were like,
I couldn't even.
don't touch. You always trying to touch.
Like, don't touch my spaghetti.
Don't say that anymore. Because if I was drinking beer, I would spit that in your fucking eyeball. Like, don't do that. Don't touch my spaghetti. Oh my god. Okay, so hey Wham, love your guys' channel. I watch you guys while at work or at home. Depends on how long the video is because I hate pausing you guys. Oh, that's nice of you.
This one's gonna be really long. You might have to pause it.
You're gonna pause the shit out of us. Like, hey, let's do a pause. I know. I want to be like, I want people to be like, did my fucking video just break?
Fucking Spectrum.
My son and daughter sometimes watch you guys too if they are still awake when I got home from work and enjoy the videos too.
That's awesome.
I know it's not much, but I am just sending a few digital copies of movies I own. Hope you guys enjoy, and if you already have one of them, hopefully the other gets a copy for themselves. Keep up the great work from a fan, and can't wait for Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends Orlando. Hey man, that's really nice of you. I appreciate the shit out of it. And it doesn't, I mean, we poor folk around here. I mean, I don't buy, I mean, personally, I don't buy Blu-rays much anymore. I can't afford them anyway.
I never do, yeah.
And like,
might as well be fucking coasters by the time we're done with it.
And you know, now shit's 4K, so it's like $30 to buy a 4K. By the way, that 4K shit is bullshit. Like that's, I watched.
It's unfair.
I got like a cheap ass 4K TV. You cannot see the difference, like at all.
Well, people would disagree with you.
Well, maybe they would. Maybe my eyesight's just bad, and I'm like that rheumatoid fucking
you gotta fucking
rental witch from the forest.
Because you gotta fucking.
I can't say the difference.
you gotta fucking insignia or some shit. What's your TV brand name? Is it like Lope Dope?
No, it's urethra. Well, no, it's a decent. I think it's a Toshiba.
You probably don't have the settings.
No, I think it's no, bitch. I do. It came stock.
But I'm with you though. 4K's bullshit.
No, what I'm saying is like maybe it is, but I mean the biggest leap of technology that I've ever seen in my life was VHS to like DVD. Like, you know, remember the first time you saw it, or Blu-ray maybe?
Well, yeah, I think it's
Blu-ray because I remember going.
Did you ever go back and watch a DVD now, and you're like, "Fuck, I can't." It's like, terrible.
I was like, "This is how the lesser folk live." But no, yeah, well, we get spoiled. But I think the first time I ever saw Blu-ray, we were walking into a Best Buy, and they had like King Kong playing. The Jack Blacks, I think it was just called Kong.
Yeah.
You know, they had the Blu-ray.
It was King Kong.
There's a King Kong. It looked fucking amazing. I was like, oh my god, it looks real. I could just touch them and pull them out of the screen. It looked like Indian in the cupboard. But that was the first, like, that was like a huge jump. 4K though, honestly, I've got Disney Plus. I think you've got Disney Plus. Like,
I pay for it. I don't watch it.
I watched the Star Wars thing, and it's supposed to have 4K. I've not bought a 4K disc to put it in and see how that's different. So maybe it's something with streaming. I don't know if there's something lost. But
that's a problem.
Nonetheless, we appreciate the shit. So what we got here? We got Terminator: Dark Fate.
Nice.
Dark the Fate.
As much as I didn't love it, it's one you got to have to the collection. And you got to. These late Terminator sequels are perfect because like 10 years down the road, you got to go. I got to make sure that wasn't as good as I wanted it to be.
This was about Hollywood. Once Upon a Time.
Fucking yeah, man. We're getting ready to do a Patreon commentary for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Man,
Patreon.
you sent us some good shit though. Zombieland Double Tap.
Oh, have you seen that yet?
Yes,
fucking
it's
dope,
fucking amazing.
man.
Yeah,
Amazing.
Last Blood, like the fuck out of
Fuck
it.
yeah, dude. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten that one yet. That's awesome.
It Chapter 2.
Fucking hell.
It was good. I liked the first one a little bit better, but it's still good. I
Yep.
still liked it. Dude, fucking
The
yes,
Joker.
Joker.
Fucking Joker on that.
But you know, at this point, I literally bought a physical copy of Joker, and then I already bought it like 3 weeks before it came out on Vudu.
Yeah, sometimes they get
Because
you.
you
that
gotta
shit.
have it.
So what you're saying is I can have this one.
No, I still want that one.
Why do you want two?
I want 4.
Here's what we gotta do, dude. What we gotta do is we gotta share Voodoo accounts. All right.
I thought you were gonna say tell cheesy jokes.
Church Jackson, our friend Church Jackson sends voodoo codes all the time, and you guys send voodoo codes all. I can't talk. I can't. You got to send the fucking voodoo codes all the time. I get Ricky Dicky.
Have you been possessed by an ancient monk for fucking?
I've been drinking that fucking internight, man.
I can tell.
I've been internight. No, but you guys.
I wish we just insert Johnny Depp like scrambling eggs.
You guys have been sending these
Scramby eggs.
these scramby egg. I heard that one hit the flow. You guys have been sending these voodoo codes, and you guys are awesome to us for doing that. Especially since we don't ever go out and buy these anymore. It's really fucking cool. But we're gonna share voodoo accounts.
That's fine.
All right?
No,
come on.
All
Come
right.
on. Lock your fingers in it, man.
No, I'm not doing
Come
that.
on, just do it.
We'll do this.
Just do me a whole
Dude,
hand.
no!
Come on, man.
Stop.
Come on.
We ain't
Come
doing
on.
it. We ain't doing
I ain't gonna put pressure on you.
No, stop. I believe you.
Okay. Hi. Hey, what's going on? We're just having a gay moment. It's no big deal.
Yeah, it's fine.
I already shared the Voodoo account with Emily,
Yeah.
so everybody can have it. It's fine.
Yeah, we already share voodoo camp.
No, you want to share with somebody, so fuck you. I'm not the first.
Is that food good?
You know the cupcakes are delicious.
It's
also
so
fuck
good.
off.
Eating some cupcakes on my time?
It's like that one. It's like that moment. It's like that moment when your parents are playing, like they're playing like poker or like rummy cube.
And
or,
you walk
and you
out
walked
and
in.
you
You're
have to,
like,
like,
it's like, hasn't she grown? Wow. You're like, I'm just getting some Doritos.
I was literally like, Jay touched me tenderly. I turned around, my wife's like eating a cupcake. Like, what the fuck?
Man.
What are you doing?
All right.
In my home? Where
my
my children
children
play with their toys? What?
I'm trying to remember what movie this reminds me of. Steel Dragon.
Go ahead, take
Steel
the time.
Dragon. That's
Steel
it.
Dragon.
That's it.
Steel Dragon.
Oh! Wait. Dun 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 dun
So off key.
dun 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 dun. Wait. Bless my soul.
Okay, listen, I know the name of the
Take
movie.
my hand.
I literally mailed this movie to my
For
sister in
my
Colorado, but I can't remember
own.
the name of it.
Oh, let the
I just need everybody
river
to
flow
understand that this moment right now is why Mike and I
my
are divorced.
callous hand.
I thought you were gonna do the end of the movie.
Tell me what.
Oh, take me from my home.
She is going to. Don't touch. Yes, you're going to be soon.
Bam, 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 bam. It makes my stomach tear. Oh, and it tears my flesh from bone.
Honestly, you sound good.
You know what?
You sound good.
I thought it sounded like I thought it sounded like a
I
kid
lost it at
having
the
a
end.
tantrum at Foot Locker.
Oh god, my brain hurts. I got a brain.
See?
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
ice cream.
I hope it does hurt.
I tried too hard.
One, you
I went
sounded
too
really
deep.
good.
Thank
Two,
you.
what's the name of the movie? That's all I want.
Steel Dragons.
It's not called
Rockstar.
Steel Dragon. There it is.
Rockstar.
There we go.
All right.
All right,
My brain
well,
hurts. Going to
Me and
bed?
my Camelback are going to bed.
Have a good one.
Okay.
Night.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Taking testosterone.
Yay. Angel has fallen.
Okay.
Literally what you just sounded like.
If somehow some part of me eating that cupcake is in the video, you know you have to.
I can't.
do
You
that,
can't
right?
see you eating the cupcake. It's okay.
Not good.
It's all right. You're gonna be okay.
Okay.
Good night. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
I went so high, I touched the angels.
But Angel has fallen.
My angel has fallen.
And that just
That's a great one too.
And then I haven't got
Have
to
you
watch
seen that yet?
No.
You should watch it.
Yeah,
It's
Good
got some
Boys.
moments.
I got to watch some of it. I didn't get to watch some of it, but I do want to watch it. Like,
Yeah,
it
dude, that
pretty
looks
fun.
funny as shit.
I'm not really like Hobbs and Shaw. Like
I want to see it.
Yeah, no crust. It's always been Fast and the Furious. Like the first Fast and the Furious. like-
Family.
yeah,
But this one takes out Vin Diesel, so it's perfect for me.
Yeah, so we got that. Shazam, fucking
Fuck,
underrated.
yeah.
It's a great movie.
Great movie.
And then
I wouldn't call it underrated, Jay.
Well, yeah, a lot of people didn't like it.
A lot of people loved it.
No, they didn't.
Most people loved it.
You're welcome for not getting robbed. But yeah, Shazam, and then I don't know what this is. It just says, oh, Marvel Studios the first 10 years. Oh,
The directors,
Infinity War?
The directors roundtable.
That's pretty
Included
cool.
with your Avengers Infinity War digital movie code, the Marvel Studios first 10 years directors roundtable. I don't know what that is, man, but I like it.
Another one.
Them's red.
We got some twos. This is from Mr. Mike Holtz.
Oh shit.
And this is from Mr. J. Jones. It's from Diane Stock. Yeah, why don't you read your first, man? I'll read mine later.
Mine says this is a paper hug.
You got a paper hug?
Yeah.
Well, damn.
He says, happy heart day.
Uh-huh.
I hope you have a great V-Day.
Okay.
I'm having a great one, as you can tell.
He's wonderful.
So I have sent that movie. I have sent that movie, which I'm assuming is the Black Coat's daughter, because she was talking to me about you watching the Black Coat's daughter.
I cheated. I saw it.
You already opened yours. Why'd you let me open mine?
It fell out and just unfolded on its own.
Do me a favor. Make Jay watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you have to suck his dick, I guess.
I mean, people get lonely.
Oh, no. It says even if you... It's in cursive, Diane. I'm sorry. Even if you have to tie him to a chair, LOL. Thanks for all you do. Love you. Dirty D! Dirty Diana!
Oh. Dirty.
I'll do it. I'll make him watch it. Have you seen that movie yet, by the way? I can't remember.
Black Coat's daughter?
Yeah.
I'm not into racist films. No, I've never seen it. No.
You've never seen it?
I've never seen it.
It's good as fuck, dude.
I'll definitely watch
Seriously, like, really good.
So,
Really
Dirty Diana. Diane says, Happy Heart Day. Enjoy this movie. I hope you will let me know your thoughts on it. The best thing about it is...
The best things in life are free.
The best thing about it is if treats the audience like smart people, or
it treats the audience like smart people.
Thanks. I like that. And there is a bit of a love story in it, so it's a good V-Day movie. Jay, wishing you a Valentine's Day filled with all the happiness your heart can hold. Love you, Dirty D.
Oh.
And now for my memoirs.
I'm guessing the voodoo code's in there, right?
Yeah, it's right here.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Dirty D. We loved it. I'll watch it. I've never seen it. I've never seen the Black Coat's daughter before, so it's going to be an adventure for me.
Maybe my favorite horror movie of that entire year.
Maybe Mike and I tie each other up in the chairs.
You want to tie each other in the chairs and watch that movie?
Yeah, we'll watch it together.
She said it was a love story.
Anyway, yeah, thank you, Dirty Die. Anna.
We got.
Yeah, that was for another one.
All right.
So,
pizza's good.
It's going to happen. Whether you want it or not, we're going to order it.
Eat it.
I'm getting kind of tired of this. You know, I have a clinic to run. There's a lot of people that pay a lot of money to talk about that bullshit. But I get paid. I don't get paid that much, Michael. Goddamn HMOs and Medicaid, Medicare. I hate it all. Anyway. You like my coffee cup, Michael? This has been purr. You say, been purr. Cause, yeah, you know, that's like pussies in your life, Michael. They purr you to life. And they take everything from you. You learned that early. Because you tried to touch your sister's titties. She didn't like it. So you stabbed them with a knife. You're really nasty, Michael. You know that? You smell like a closed department store. Dear Dr. Loomis. You don't even know how to read English. Dear Dr. Loomis. I would love to hear your professional and masculine opinion. Michael. I would love to hear your professional and masculine opinion on this super timeless question. Shut your fucking mouth. What do men want? Thanks for your help. XOXO. Trish. P.S. You left your badge on the floor. Yeah, made me look. Trish the dish. All the girls go out for Trish the dish or men. What do men want? I'll tell you what men want. Right down the lane. They want an honest, get your hands off They don't want titties. Men want something straight. They want honesty. They want integrity. They want good times. And they want fuck. But also, men want to know they're doing a good job. You know what I mean? Some guys don't make a lot of money. Some guys look like Jeff Speakman and work at the construction yard. They don't make a lot of money. They do what they can to get by. So if all they can afford to take you to is titties, where you can get a breakfast meal at 5 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the afternoon or whatever time it is, just be appreciative of it. No, Michael, they're not going to the strip club putting in my booty juice. They want you, fucking asshole. They don't want this asshole as a child. I'll tell you that for a fact. They want to be loved and appreciated. And they want to share things with you. Their favorite movies, their geek shit, the Star Wars collection, their comic book collection, their fungus collection, whatever. Oh, God. Michael, I just wish to God that you would fall over and die immediately so that I could go on for 5 seconds. Because I know you'll come back. You're disgusting. It doesn't... good. Turn away. Thank God. You're like Sinead O'Connor. Protest the fucking SNL. Trash the dish. They just want to be respected like you want to be respected. Treat them with respect. They treat you with respect. It's a quid pro quo relationship. That's what men want. They want to hang out with their love life. Or their love, I should say. And they want to experience things together. You want to go to the fucking mall and hang out and spend that money? Fine. Just don't overspend it. Alright? I got like $50 in my bank account. Do not spend $49.99. Are you bumping that? Like, I wonder about you sometime. That's what it is.
Next up, on the Wham Show,
Our favorite time of the day,
Wham Show.
making fun of Michael Myers masks.
Yes.
That's what we do.
And this one was sent to me by Michael Hurt. If you guys are fans of the channel, you know we have a show that we do from now and again, and it's called Bad Michael Myers Mask.
Yeah.
Where we find a terrible Michael Myers mask on the internet.
It happens.
And we make fun of it.
We do.
Michael Hurt sent this one. Thank you, Michael Hurt. Showing to you,
Right in
sir.
your face.
Let's take a look at it together.
I wish we had coordinated that, because now it feels awkward.
I'm sorry. I have varicose veins.
I bet you do. I can look at your face.
You're a dirty pirate.
Selling the seas of chlamydia.
Here we go. Are you ready?
Yep.
And we're going to show it to you guys at the same time. Ha! Look at that fucking chin!
Oh my God, it's Michael Corleone 35 years after Godfather.
Anaconda jaw. I've got to take this big dick.
But motherfucker looks like he's like having a Sour Patch Kid that he's had in his mouth for too long. He's had a warhead.
He looks like Pete Carroll finally reached his final form.
He looks like fucking Bill Belichick 22 years ago. Tom Brady could do it. Drew Bledsoe, baby.
He looks like Jay Leno took the Captain America Super Serum.
He looks like every guy in the elevator that's trying to hold a fart in when it's crowded.
He's just going through a really painful operation.
Look at that chin, sir. You
Someone
can see,
just put their finger in his butt and he's trying to act like he can take it. I can take it!
that just looks like Michael Myers trying too hard to be intimidating. Like he had to stick his chin out to be like, I'm big and bad. I can do it. But yeah, that's a terrible mask, dude.
Amazing
Holy
choice,
shit.
Michael Hurt. I love the jaw.
I feel like the face. I feel like the face overall, though, like especially the front view, is just what you look at when people ask you stupid questions. Like, how come my shit didn't feel right now? It's a controlled substance, but it should be filled already, Norco.
He looks like that guy at a concert that's in the second row, but he's trying to force his way into the front row.
Dude, I'm so glad.
I love Newfound Glory.
I'm so glad you said concert. He looks like fucking Tim Capello playing saxophone.
I'm still ready.
Yeah, so his old man titties sagging.
He got
It's
the
all right.
super jaw juice.
He's got that good shit going.
That concludes our inaugural episode.
We're done?
We're done.
We're done?
fucking done.
Wow. So much time has passed, and I
Damn.
feel like all of it happened on my face.
That was fun.
That was the best ever.
I had a good time.
We need to have some ticker tape at the bottom going. And It's like Mike and Jay are drunk at this point. It's like, in further development, Mike and Jay are drunk.
Dude, one day when we're rich
We're gonna have ticker tape.
from winning the lottery, because we're sure as fuck not gonna get it doing this channel.
We're not drunk. By the way, we've been drinking water, root beer, and soda.
I don't drink drugs.
You guys are weird.
Don't drink drugs.
Snort it.
I want to get a fucking pipe on each side of these to just shoot up confetti. Imagine, like, that's the end of the show.
Dude.
Fuck.
Oh, he's dead,
Oh, I
though.
want.
We could get Rip Taylor to come out and just start throwing graffiti at
but
us.
he died.
But yes, Ted, I do not believe that we will get good instruments unless we can learn how to play.
We got Nintendo
Kickmaster.
cartridges. Blowing it. That's how it's done. That's how it's done. Don't you fucking forget
And then you put it in like this, and you put it in, and you're like,
Yeah.
fuck!
No, we're gonna do this shit. It's gonna be fun as fuck. So make sure you guys subscribe. You click that bell. I hope you guys enjoy this. Let us know your all's thoughts on the show. What you'd like to see. What you liked about it. What you didn't. And again, this is our first one, so we're just getting started. We're just getting used to it.
This is the Wham Bam show. I like Wham Bam.
Stop saying wham bam all
I like
the time.
Wham Bam.
Shit.
Wham
I'm
Bam!
gonna call We Watched the Movie Episode 1.
No, it's not.
Star Wars.
We're gonna fucking have a scrolling goddamn, like Mike and Jay returning from a drunk out, like had a new episode. No, we had a great time. And again, we've said this before, it's a perfect format for us to really enjoy like doing the videos. I mean, we enjoyed it always, but this really gets us back to our root poots.
Yeah.
And
it's gonna get better. This is our first one.
yeah, this was terrible.
I felt like it was a little awkward settling in, getting used to the couch. It's like Jay and Silent Bob in front of a new gas station.
And you're like leaning back and
yeah,
whatever.
You know, a little bit of an awkward slow start, but I feel like we eased into it and it felt good.
We hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed making it.
Thank you, Nicole. Nicole was one of our first ever Patreons.
Hey, cool beans.
She was the first top tier Patreon. We did the review for Red Eye for her.
Right.
A couple years ago.
I remember that.
And so it felt only right to have her be our first one. So we Patreon salute you.
Unfortunately, Nicole, we know your identity. Batgirl is not safe anymore.
But
We're gonna put it out on the market.
if you guys are interested in being the sponsor for one of these shows, click the link down below for our Patreon. We appreciate all you guys Patreons. Next week, our Patreon sponsor is going to be Jay Collin, the great one.
Jay Collin!
Jay Collin.
Holy shit.
And his review is going to be Silent Rage.
Damn.
Chuck Norris,
Oh.
Silent Rage.
Wow.
That's a fart that no one can control.
When you said Jay Cullen, I thought all of a sudden Eminem was gonna appear from the floorboards like in the Oscars and start singing like
Full circle.
Lose Yourself.
Come around. Put a quarter in.
Jay
goes around.
fucking Cullen, man.
We love your fucking faces, and thank you guys for supporting us and enjoying this ride. We love your fucking faces. If you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button and get some what, Jay?
Goddamn wham up in you.
Woo!
Fucking bitch, that scared me a little bit, but I'm kind of feeling it.
Take it. You gon' if I give you the funk, you gon' take it.
I'm gonna take it and owns it. I'm gonna owns it and puts it in my own hips.
Now get the fuck off my channel and get the hell out of here. The VHS is done. And eject.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie. We watched it. We watched a movie. Yeah. You know what? We did a review. We watched a movie. We watched a movie.